Okay. Let's see what we're doing here. Awesome. Okay. Alright. Hey, we got some people here already. Alright, we got Cole, we got Cat Logan. Alright, there we go. Alright, got stream elements running, so that should work fine. Alright, let's go.
Hello, I am here too.
Yes, and Marcus here too. Alright, Gamer Dude's here. Alright, very cool. So yeah, this is going to be an 117% cleanup kind of stream. I'm playing Year the Dragon, as you can see. I got 93% already, got everything. Sunrise Spring, Midday Gardens, Evening Lake. I'm gonna finish up Midnight Mountain and do the super bonus round. And I'm gonna try to use my little technique in the Yeti race and see if it actually works.
Technique. I'm curious to see how fast you can get the Yeti race done.
It might be faster than getting the stupid whack-a-mole challenge done. Because I'm gonna do that first, so I can get it out of the way.
Sweet.
Wait.
I will watch the chat and catch up with... Or watch the stream and catch up with chat in a minute.
Okay, hold on. Well, I think people can hear you, right? Can they hear me?
Can you hear both of us right? Can you hear me and can you hear Miharu?
Because I checked my microphone.
Stony Fur says yes. DJ
Okay.
Retro says yes. Will Holmes says we can hear both of you. Alright.
I made sure to check my microphone before starting because I had a problem last time.
Oh, what happened? Sorry, I was listening back, like, right in my ear, to the stream.
Oh. Yeah, because I had a problem, with my mic last time, so...
Ah. And, NWDM. I wish I could be here, but I got an exam tomorrow morning. Also, I noticed a certain blue ranch icon. I'll do my best to keep the chat clean when I'm available. Sweet!
Yeah.
Good luck on your exam!
Yeah, good luck on that.
Adult Wolf's here. Wait, I can't hear you. Hang on. Pulls a massive glob of earwax out of me. It's disgusting. Miles per hour, what's up? So many peeps here.
Alright.
Colteen Cat Logan. Yay. Entree! Oh man. Let's see, so I'm getting the skeletons done on 3 videos at the same time, yours being one of them.
Okay.
So
Boyfriend, work on video.
I saw that. I forgot to make the reply, but I was gonna go, yes, dear.
Bow to me when I exit.
I'll send you in all caps to say yes, dear, and I'll just send a picture of Droopy.
Yes, dear.
Oh man, Delta says I actually had that happen to me a couple months ago. I lost hearing on my left ear. I went to the doctor, and they had to flush out a lot of wax from it. Oh my god, that's why you clean your ears out every day with a Q-tip. Apparently, I never really used to clean my ears out too often as a kid, and then. I don't know, I guess I got criticisms in person from a lot of people that were like, ooh, I can see like your ears cleaning your ears. I'm like, the fuck? I didn't know that. So, like, every freaking day I cleaned my ears out.
Yeah. Continue to read chat for me, because it actually keeps going by too fast, and I'm focusing. If anyone's noticing, I actually do have a Sparx's box breaker ability, which is like a very strange ability to have, and I don't know if anyone here has actually experienced that in action. Because usually you go through the game and you already have everything done, so there's no need for that.
Yeah. Typically.
I think I got everything.
Typically.
Yeah.
You go through the whole game as all the other characters, and it's easier to overlook Sparx's little side areas until basically after the game's almost already fully done. Because that's for a fact what I used to do as a kid. And not necessarily even out of choice, just the fact that I forgot they were there. Especially because you have to find most of the locations. The first one's basically given to you, it's right where you have to go and depart to the next world, but then in other homeworlds you have to like go and find the next Sparx little area where Zoe is. So
Right.
often I'll forget that, that they're there. So by the time I beat the game and there's not much treasure left to pick up, and then I get all Sparx's abilities, and I figure out, oh wait, shit, he can break chests? There's not really much left to test that on.
Yeah. So that's why I tried to do every... Yeah, I did every Sparx level first. So I could see that in action. And it actually makes things a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Fenrir asks who's talking with me, because nobody knows you still. Oh, shit.
Damn it.
I
it's
literally
me,
almost
Destination Mark. I'll do a here. It's me. Okay, so if you recognize my name, my handle, and my I mean, it makes sense if you found Miharu through her Discord or other, or like her Twitter or something, and then decided, oh, I'll check out her stream, and then just hear some dude talking with her. So if you're brand new to her channel or whatever, and then you don't really know that we do a lot of cross appearances on each other's channels, then I understand. Yes, Ironhide's here. See, Ironhide's here. Hello, Miharu and Mark. Hey, at least I'm included.
Nice.
But if you don't know who I am, I'm Destination Mark, aka Marcelo. I've got my own channel. I've just posted a little "It's me" in the chat, so you can check out my channel there. I do Crash and Spyro stuff and other video game-ish things too. And I'm Miharu's life slave.
It's true. We're trying to get Mark to 3,000 subs. That's his goal.
We're getting there, and then just try to hit each 1,000 as we come across it. I at least want to try and match Aaron, or Miharu. Well, only us closer people can call by her real name. But I want to try and match your subs soon, and then we'll just both go from there. By the time I match you, you're gonna be like already at like 15,000. You'll have doubled your subs by the time I match where you are right now.
There we go. Oh my god, these guys are getting in the way.
Miles Prower says, "Hey, hurry, Foxy Yoshi looks cute. I like it."
Thank you.
DJ Retro says, "The only Spyro game I
like
played was the one on the Game
stupid-
Boy Advanced,
Advanced?
called Season of Flame. Game Boy Advanced. That's how they said it, but Season of Flame."
Alright, this is stupid. I hate this challenge so much. This is like actually horrible. Because like these guys get in my way. Like it's just not. This isn't fun. They get so much in my way, and then like they pop out immediately when, like see, like I could have hit that guy. I totally could have hit that guy. Nope, nope, and then they get.
So Delta Wolf, you know as Fenrir?
Yes.
Okay, so then what do I guess I'll stick to Delta Wolf because I don't know Delta Wolf very much too well. So I'll just stick to the YouTube name I'm seeing right now. But they say the time limit is the problem, and I definitely agree with that.
No, it is the time limit. If the time limit was not there and it was like only don't bash the like wizards, that would have been fine. Like it still would have been annoying, but it would have been fine. It's the time limit that makes this suck so bad. It's the reason I stopped playing this for months. Like, and usually like switching the camera will help, but it does not always. Sometimes it makes it even worse.
Yep. Stony First says, "I platted this game and did the skill points. Big love for Spyro." And they raged hard at this one.
Oh, see? Yeah.
Can see why. Well, the buying cart, Barrett.
And why do they... The thing is, like... Why does it start? Why does the minigame start before I even get out onto the fucking field? Like...
Yeah, that's stupid. Was that the case with the original, too?
I don't even know. But it's dumb, and that shouldn't happen.
Well, the minecart says on the 17th is a special date for me. I'm getting a girlfriend. Awesome.
What?
Golden minecart. Says on the 17th of February, I'm assuming.
He's getting what?
A girlfriend.
Do you plan those things out ahead of time? Do you schedule those things?
Let's see, on the 17th... I mean, maybe they're just meeting up...
Oh, I did it. I didn't even realize.
Huh. I don't know. Marion Benson's here, and so is Blueberry Puffin. Hello. DJ Retro asks, "What's your first M-rated game?" Mine was Call of Duty Finest Hour.
Mine was...
Oh, jeez. That was
no.
Mortal Kombat.
I was gonna, like, for some reason, I was gonna say Killer Instinct. I think that was actually T. I think Killer Instinct was T.
I think so.
Oh, God, what was my first M-rated game?
Stony First says, "Someone said Spyro Reignited Trilogy, or the Spyro Trilogy is easy." Like, sir, are you okay?
I mean, it depends. It just really depends on like what your skills are and like what you could personally do. You know, it depends. Some challenges are easier in the original, and they're harder here, and then sometimes it's the exact opposite. I'm glad that I just got that whack-a-mole one. Like, I wasn't even looking. I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna try this and see if I do it. And I did, so. Luckily, that's over.
Yeah. I don't know if I said it already, but Chicken Boy's here too. Hello. I didn't want to.
Hello.
I wasn't trying to leave you out. I saw you and I thought I already said hi, but I don't know if I did.
See, Shooter says the crystal popcorn thing. In the original, yes, that sucks.
Yes.
In Reignited, easy as fuck. Like, I mean, just for me specifically, they made it easier.
Oh no,
like,
for me too.
Like, I know that some people actually do are like having real problems with it on Reignited. I don't know if that's because like you haven't done it in the original. If you haven't done it before, I could see where it might be a problem because like it takes a while to like get used to having to, you know, whip the camera around and know where like all the popcorn shoot out of like the mechanics of how that minigame works. Yeah, Shooter, I know you haven't played the original, so I could see why it might be a problem. Like, for you not having played the originals. But, like, the thing is, maybe if you're having trouble with it on Reignited and you play it in the original, maybe it'll be easier for you on that version.
By the way, Golden Minecart, just for future reference, because you have quite a lengthy name. Should I keep saying or referring to you as Golden Minecart, or since you've got Barrett in there, and I'm sure I believe that's an actual name, should I just say Barrett? I'm not sure if I should keep referring to you as either Golden Minecart.
Bentley Boxing easier to do in Reignited. Yeah, that too. It is. It's like, well, it's still tedious. The thing is, I don't like Bentley Boxing, because it's still tedious. And it's oh my god, I'm gonna hiccup. It's all about like spamming. Personally, I just like spam jab and a low punch like over and over again. It's just like, okay, when's this gonna be over? It's really annoying. I haven't done the original one in years, so I don't even know what that feels like anymore. But
I think it's slower.
Yeah, I think it might be. There's the key. I knew I was missing that.
Cyberman27 says, you think Agent 9 would make a good shooting game? Well, he was going to have there were two different projects in the works at, I think either at the same time or at different times, that started Agent 9. One was like a vastly different looking type of game that was called Prime 8, and then the other one, which I forget what it was called, or if it had a code name, was a space-themed kind of game, but with him in it as the main character, and he looked more the way he does in Spyro. The Prime 8 project, he looked like completely different.
Yeah. From a lore perspective, yeah, I have no idea. Alright, Stony, see ya. Thanks for stopping by.
See ya, Stony.
Alright, so yeah, that's everything.
Chicken Boy says it would be interesting to see a comparison video of those levels. For Bentley Boxing or for like the popcorn? I'm not sure what he's replying to.
Like I was thinking of doing a video where it's just like comparing everything that seems like it was made easier or harder, but then again, it's very subjective because you might just you know, it's different for everyone.
I think what you can do, because I just thought of like a little neat like title for something. You could call it like you can call it like, I think it was like adjusting the difficulty or difficulty adjustment or something, where
right.
You could probably just take what was unanimously said by Spyro fans of the OG trilogy, all the unanimous ones that we don't like Bentley Boxing and Whack-A-Mole, and see what changed between them, between the original and Reignited. Whether it's easier or made tougher even, or more bullshit, or more DS, or... Like,
the crystal popcorn thing, I can tell you exactly what feels better. Specifically for me, because I use the analog stick for turning, it makes turning a lot easier. Plus, the I feel the camera is a little bit more active. It's just Spyro himself turns like quicker and easier, and it's a lot easier to like whip the camera around and see where the popcorn is gonna like shoot out of. I think even with the shoulder buttons, it's still easier.
Well, also too because in Reignited, when it comes to the second round, because it's always the second round. The first round is pretty easy on both versions. The second round in the original is balls. The third, but in Reignited, I think they slowed it because Hunter goes way faster in the original second round.
He does. I think he swipes faster.
I think so. But in Reignited, they keep him at this. Everything is still the same pace. It's just, oh, get 5 more than you already did the last time. And I think that they wanted it to feel not so much as tougher in that aspect, but like go up to a higher number and just make sure he doesn't get ahead of you. Instead of that, and also now he's faster.
Someone was asking about the skating in Icy Peak. The Nancy challenge, way easier in Reignited. Absolutely easier with that new camera. Because the top down, it made it like, it made that horrible, actually.
Gmaster350 says, I wonder if they're actually easier or if people are just older and have had more experience in playing games.
Well, that doesn't always work, especially for me.
You could still... It depends on how accurately it was recreated, and the fact that you, as a fan of what you're playing, if it's an updated version, especially if it's a from the ground up, redone version of something you've already experienced as a kid, it's going to, number one, bring back the memories, whether they're good or bad memories, of whatever that little challenge or bit of the game is that you're doing. And then, whether or not you can do it now, because you know how they always say, like, oh, you used to be so much better when you were younger, but then now, like in fighting games, I realize that I'm still pretty okay at fighting games, but I lose more matches than I used to as a kid. I would win a lot more matches because I just picked up how games like Tekken or Mortal Kombat played. But now every time I do something with my brother Victor on like our Let's Play channel or something, you'll see, well, sometimes it's even or sometimes he wins a bit more than me. I don't know, there is something about, or you know how they say even like picking up a new language or multiple languages as a kid, whether you're bilingual or not, you know, as a kid is easier and can be done faster than when you're older. It's one of those kind of situations. But not everyone has that like experience.
Hold on, Ernest. What is your I don't actually have a Let's Play channel. That would be this. But that's because I don't do Let's Plays.
If you're referring to me, I have Vidgames FTW, which I can link in the chat if anyone wants to see.
Oh yeah, maybe you're talking to him. I have no idea who you're talking to. He has a Let's Play channel. I do not.
We were throwing around ideas for how we could do not Let's Play stuff together, but necessarily like full length, but like clip stuff of us like playing games and just goofing off. I still kind of want to do an idea sort of similar to that.
Every time you say goofing off, I think of because I think of the stupid like the what was it, the Golden Films or something, like the Anastasia. It was a Phaelus review where like they did. Like, he reviewed a version of Anastasia where, like, they named one of the villain characters Goofanoff. And I was like, what? That's so stupid.
Oh my god. I mean the guys. Thanks, Aaron.
The guys.
Marcelo, Destination Mark. You're probably new to the channel. Destination.
Just call him Mark. Yeah, call him Destination.
Don't call me that.
Alright. so weird to me that there's nothing up here. Okay, it's
Delta
just
says,
that.
"Come on, Miharu, you have to admit you love that little ice skating dance song."
No, I don't. I really don't. That is my least favorite song in the entire, like, Spyro trilogy.
Wanna ride him and try blasting some sharks?
Nah, it's fine, Aaron. I'm just teasing you.
Yeah. No, it has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with English. It's just like because he's always like nobody knows my name. That's just it.
That's been an issue even outside of the internet. People fucking spell my name wrong. Here, where I live, people spelled my name wrong.
They're carrying the latest JX5.
They'll call me different things. Some coach in high school once called me Marcelino. And I'm like, where the hell did the I and the N come from? They'll say, I've heard it Marcelio, Marcelino, Marcello. That's the common one. Marcel. Someone once thought my name was Mauricio, and I'm like, oh my god.
I like Marcel because that reminds me of the monkey, Ross's monkey and Friends.
Thanks. Yep.
I like monkeys.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but I am in fact David Schwimmer's monkey.
David Schwimmer's monkey. You really feel like David Schwimmer.
I really feel like David Schwimmer's monkey.
There we go.
DJ Retro. As a kid, I thought it was a god of video games, but that's because I set every game difficulty to easy.
Yeah, I suck at video games, honestly. I do consider myself a veteran Spyro player. This is the only thing that I have.
Oh, by the way, Bianca wanted me to give you this egg. She says she accidentally turned it into a woolly mammoth for 5 minutes, but it should still be okay.
Marion Benson says, I beat this game all in one day. Most of the Spyro and Crash games can be beaten in one day.
Doubt that. Well, I couldn't do it because this game specifically, this takes a long time.
I know I beat Slay 1 in one day. I beat it at a hotel once. It was pretty fun.
I'm not saying it can't be done. It probably could be done. It's just like it does take a very long time, and I can't really do that to myself.
Delta says, so does that mean David Schwimmer loves to spank you? No.
He's a monkey.
I don't like that.
I don't like that. Oh my god.
Christopher Boone asked, you into Gorillaz? Like the band, not...
Yeah, I do like Gorillaz, so they're fabulous primates.
And I like the band.
I like one song from Gorillaz.
Is it Dare?
Yeah, it's Dare.
It's Dare.
It's Dare. Do 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 do. See, like I like that song.
I do too. I like the music video for it. There's a bunch of Gorillaz songs I like.
Would you
Although it's really hard to
return
list them all. To monkey.
to monkey? I didn't see the rest of that. Those guys.
Zen Ice Hero says, I can't wait for Spyro 4, the hype is getting real.
What did I do? Okay, I need to do tank class and agent 9.
One of those dogs with a funny hat.
The guy's accent made it sound like Dare. It is Dare. I mean, it's kind of hard to portray how an accent's supposed to sound in text. He says it funny. He says, it's Dare.
Yeah.
Deadly trials of King Rover. No one has ever survived
Noodles.
all 5.
Noodles.
In fact,
Noodle.
It is so dangerous
And 2D
that I
are my
cannot
favorites
let
in
you
the
through
band.
this
Yeah,
first
mine
door
too.
unless you're able to solve
Murdoch's really
my
funny.
riddle.
They don't give Russell much to do. He's just kind of like the muscle
I
of the
follow
group.
you
Yeah, I don't really hear
wherever
about him
you go.
much.
But the more of me you...
He's kind of the quiet one. I mean, he used to be Noodle, and now she speaks more and does more. I'll be back actually real quick, because I need to go and get... I have got to go potty, or something. I don't know, I was trying to do the TNT thing. We were listening to the TNT voice clips from Rayman 3 earlier.
You gotta go make some waffles.
Some waffles. I'm gonna go get my charger, because my phone's about to die.
Okay.
I kinda need that for the chat. And the chat's dead. Or not the chat, my phone's dead.
The chat's dead.
The chat is dead.
I would not like that if the chat was dead.
So I have to wait until I get at least 1% on my phone. So.
Yeah, the Streamlabs caught Zenai saying something. I couldn't see what it was though. It must have been in my banned words list, which I don't have a lot of words on there. So. Oh God.
It's probably like, yeah, radical, and then it said, radical cannot be said on stream, and then
Radical cannot be said.
Timed out.
Go. Oh God. That's a close one. Oh boy. Throw something at me. There we go. Oh, excuse me? Come on.
Throw something at me. Do it. We should try that thing where I try to do a level or a challenge with the lag.
Yeah, that was yeah. No one got to experience that. He did the race in Lost Fleet for me through SharePlay. So he was controlling my game and he had to do it through lag.
The connection lag, it was fucking awesome. It took a while, but I did both of them. I did the race against the Rhinox and the one against Hunter.
Okay.
Come on, phone, please hurry. Android is starting. Well then do it already!
The first round of the annual demolition hovercraft
The first round of the
Who was that supposed to be?
I don't know, shit, what was the thing again?
Very
In the first round of the challenge, I'm going to
Yeah, no,
take off my top.
Exactly, he said he had a weird accent.
In the second round, you're going to remove your pants.
I don't like it. Please stop.
In the third round, well, you know.
Well, you know.
I think you can guess where this is going.
Oh crap! Didn't see that. There we go.
Well, well, that was a fierce battle indeed. Please accept this prize for winning the first round.
The first round. Why does it say it like that?
Who is that?
It's the dude from the Demolition Derby. Jamal.
However,
Oh god.
this is
Oh,
an
now you're doing
exceedingly
that.
dangerous sport. My, such
still
a
trying to get the
brave
stream up.
reptile you are. But you'll need much more than bravery to win the
The
championship.
first round.
The first, like I really like how he talks. Cause like I don't know what it reminds me of, but it reminds me of something. But I like how he talks. But it's just like it's so weird. Cause he does really sound like.
Twig in your left nostril.
In your left nostril, and it will probably hurt.
Here we go. Dara Durg. He's more posh than me, and I'm British. Christopher Boone. God, it looks like an Egyptian Mr. Peabody. That's true.
He does. You're right.
Have one of you ever tried speedrunning Spyro, says Aaron? No.
No, I know speedrunning tactics, but I usually will not use them.
Putting them in practice sometimes is a little difficult. Apparently, you can still kind of get the hang of how to do a double jump, though. I can't do that. I've never.
I can only do it sometimes if I get lucky.
That's still more than me.
The double jump is not something that I can do very well, or even at all, actually.
That was indeed a battle for the ages. You're the first dragon to
Space
win the
Middle
competition.
Ferrari, which is a fucking awesome name. Said completed this game in 3 days in the PS1 version the other day.
I have never completed the original version. But I have done the Reignited version twice, and I'm going for 3 times. I'm aiming to complete all the save slots.
Yeah. Sounds like it said save slots.
Save slots. Slots!
Slot! I'm going to complete all the save slots.
Oh.
I'm going to save the slots. G-Master says, I'm hoping for an open world Spyro game. Maybe for Spyro 5 rather than 4. 4 if you'll probably follow the... 4 will probably follow the original trilogy's formula and feel. I don't know about that. Zenai says, I prefer Ace in the band instead of Murdoch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so evil, he fucking, punctured a basketball. He's so evil. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure Murdoch's mentally scarred 2D. Murdoch's way more talented than Ace, you know why? Because in that MTV thing, he fucking... He... he's talking about some shit, and he's peeing in the toilet, and they show him from the back, and then it cuts to something. When it cuts back to him, he's like, it's like you can see the pee stream, and it's like just going all natural in the first shot of him. It cuts to something, it cuts back, and it's like spurting out real fast, and then it cuts back to something else, and then back to him again for the 3rd time. And he's banking it. He's banking his pee shot, his pee stream off the wall right there into the toilet. And they cut back to something else, and then cut back to him for a 4th time, and he's peeing from one stall into the other toilet beside him.
That's gross.
Like over the wall. It's the best thing ever. Oh, it's the funniest shit. I love it.
That's really disgusting.
It's really funny. Yeah, I think too, because Denai says, well, the first 3 Spyro games are kind of open world. I think he more means open-ended, like the way Hero's Tale kind of is, but probably done in a way less confusing way. I don't know. For me, it's a little confusing having to backtrack through so many areas. Even if there are some warp points here and there, but like, I'm still in. I think it's what, Dragonfly Falls. I have no idea how to get out of that fucking area. To progress forward, not to like leave from the beginning. I mean, like to. I'm just kind of stuck in Hero's Toe right now.
Wait till this guy just... Oh god! Oh, that's not good. Can I not have these guys, like, do that? Oh, come on! I didn't want it to hit that guy.
The Harlem Globetrotters weep when the basketball gets punctured. Didn't Murdoch also steal 2D's first girlfriend? I think so. But I forget how that all went. I mostly read up on their stories and stuff. I haven't been a fan for like the longest time since they were like, you know, first kind of around or whatever. Because didn't they start like in the early 2000s or something like that?
Oh god.
I don't think they were a 90s thing. I think they started in the early or mid 2000s, probably early 2000s. Because I always saw them around on shirts and stuff, but on backpacks and shit at school.
Have I heard of Genshin Impact? Yeah, I have. People talk about it on Twitter, but I have no idea what it is.
Paula Crackers. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah. I just kind of saw them around at school, but I didn't know who they were. And somehow I didn't piece it together that they were the ones who did, Feel Good Inc., which I had that song on, and now that's what I call Music CD a long time ago. And I always thought it was just a weird little song, and I knew nothing about it, and then I forget, somewhere along the line, I saw their designs again, and then I saw that, I really looked at the name of who they were. I was like, okay, Gorillaz. I'm like, what is that? And then I found out. Let me see. I found out also because Little Kribo uses a little bit of Feel Good Inc. in one of his like end card things when he in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge stuff when he used to like, I don't know if he still does it, but when he used to at the very end of the episode he would just take a clip from Yu-Gi-Oh! And then dub it with like just some clip from like a movie or something or music or whatever. He would like do something like that at the very end, I think, of the episodes. And he did one with Kaiba and Feel Good Inc. And I was like, oh, is that song? And I looked into Gorillaz and I was like, oh shit. Then I just started binging their fucking music videos. I'm like, oh my god, this animation is amazing. And then I've been hooked ever since. Now I've got Humans on vinyl. And I have the Now I have on my iPod Touch 5th generation.
Touch. iPod Touch.
I touch the...
Alright. Okay. Desert Ruins, Haunted Tomb, Crystals. I need to do... Oh, I didn't finish Agent 9. Oh god, I didn't do Dino Mines left. Oh god, I didn't do it.
You have to finish Dino Mines.
I have to start it. I didn't start it at all.
Oh god. Zenai says, I'm looking forward to play Balan Wonderworld.
I'm just off to patrol the...
I do want to play that. It looks interesting.
Agent 9, my
as well as Sackboy's Big Adventure. Sackboy is good. We've been streaming that on our channel, and I was actually playing it just earlier before Aaron started the stream. It's very fun. Oh, John's here. What's up? You ever see the commercial Murdoch did for Motorola? No. That clothes go so well. I saw the one that Noodle did for that one, I think, NASCAR or race car thing. That one was pretty cool. where he plays a carnival piano in a plane, wearing nothing but a sailor hat and pink thong, and his phone rings, and he answers, "I can't talk right now, I'm naked."
You know, having
does sound
Sparx
familiar.
break these baskets is like easier than actually shooting them.
I expect
That'll make this a little bit easier and a little faster to go through.
I wish Sparx could just like attack enemies for me.
I know, right? Make Sparx do all the work, I'm just gonna walk.
However, I do know that these are here.
Lovely day for a walk, ain't it, bruv? I love Cockney accents.
Cockney.
Balin gives me lots of Nights into Dreams and Pandemonium vibes. That's, I'm pretty sure, what they were going for. Especially Nights.
Yeah, who's that character that everyone keeps drawing?
I think that's Balin himself. With the little hat dude?
Yeah.
Show that a bunch
Yeah,
of
I think his name is Balin.
Okay.
He's cool, I like his design.
I don't really. I mean, like, it's, like, not... I don't know. I don't find it that appealing. I can see why he's popular, but, like, I don't really find his design all that appealing.
What about the villain? What's his name? I forget what his name is. He looks amazing. He's like super duper emo.
Let's see what kind of shape the machine room is in.
The hell is that noise? Never noticed that before.
Oh, what noise?
The noise in this room, it goes like...
Just as I thought.
It's computer
the machine
noises.
room is overrun with birds. To
I never realized it was so loud.
Zanai says, I wonder when Pumpkin Jack will be released on the PS4.
I thought it was already.
And, it's just on Steam, isn't it?
I mean, maybe it is. I thought it was on the PS4 already. I need to get back to that. It's kind of fun. Though it didn't feel completely finished. Oh shit, that guy's... Whoa, hello.
Oh, Chicken Boy's leaving. See ya, bro.
Alright, see ya. And see Aaron.
Boyer! I'm a bit sleep deprived. Jesus. Go take a nap then.
Go take a nap.
Take a little snooze.
Take a little
Work,
snooze.
Agent 9. I'm not sure if this is a bird egg or dragon egg. What do you think?
I was looking at animation test videos of people rigging and modeling, not modeling, rigging and animating just models, 3D models
Now
of characters and stuff, and I came across Fenna's works. Let me get the let me look that up real quick. That's a very interesting. I found his character Lucy Lacemaker.
Lucy Lacemaker.
And she's very interesting. She's got a nice accent. She looks really creepy, but she's kind of cool.
Alright, I like creepy and cool.
Here, I'm gonna link this in the chat.
I like creepy characters.
So I guess this is like almost like a little plug.
I like the Happy Mask Salesman, and God knows why.
So they do a lot of animation tests, but he does have a series It's called Satellite City, but he's going to rebrand it because he's going to make it like a more... Some of the episodes are kind of short, others are kind of long.
Lab's clear, and it smells better in here already.
Let me
Follow
just...
me outside, where I expect we'll find some right.
Try
don't
saying
understand
water bottle.
anything.
Well, do you want me to say it in like an exaggerated like water bottle, or do you want me to say like water bottle?
That's what Dashy does. He says, ghetto party bottles of water.
Bottles of water. Oh.
Take a little trip. Wait, okay, why is Delta Wolf doing, Lowrider? Womp, 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 womp. Womp, 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 womp. Tara Dirks, it's 11:18 p.m. I should go to bed, but I'm not. Yeah, if anyone no one's bringing up anything that I'm talking about, so I don't think anyone knows who Fenna is.
Marcus.
Also,
Spyro 4's villain should be a new villain, absolutely.
yes. Also, apparently Doug knows who this guy is because he's been in a few music videos of theirs with the animated characters, and I had no idea. As Nostalgia Critic, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh wow.
I was like, whoa. That's crazy. That's weird.
Thank you very much for saving my laboratory. Now I can
Say like a stereotypical British person. Water bottle. Diagonally. Just become super British.
Why did Harry say it like that?
I don't know. That's not how he that's not even how he talks. Like,
no. I think the whole point was to get it wrong so he could end up somewhere else or something like that, but like, I guess Daniel Radcliffe's idea of Harry saying it wrong is to say it extremely British, more so than he actually is.
More so than he actually is. He just like took on a completely different accent.
Dara Dirk says, you nailed it. So there's the channel, so you can check out who I'm talking about. I forget why I brought this up in the first place. I don't know, they're cool. Check out the characters. They're kind of creepy looking, but they're cool.
In the book, he mispronounced it because he inhaled a bunch of ash. Okay, well that makes sense. But like, I thought it was. I still think it's funnier in the movie how he just like becomes like just more British than he actually is.
How did he mispronounce Diagon Alley so bad? Well,
He kind of made up a
doing
new
that-
language, yeah.
Him doing that made me have like the biggest facepalm moment, which Aaron was like, "Are you serious?" When I was like, "Oh my god, it sounds like diagonally." Like the word. I did not piece it together.
Well, I don't think I did either.
Diagon Alley.
I don't think I pieced it together either. I just kind of thought it sounded cool, and I was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a cool place." And I'm like, "Oh, it's diagonally."
That's pretty.
Okay.
Pretty creative. The British language is beautiful. The accent, I mean. British language. I mean, they have a language themselves too. They don't say perplexed or they don't say. Yeah, they say.
Discombobulated.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. They say gobsmacked. That's surprised. They don't say surprised. They say gobsmacked. I mean, they do say surprised, but another word for it that they say is.
I love British accents. They're great.
Bamboozled. That's more so, I think, ours. We say that more than I've heard them
I've
say
listened
it.
to them so much that like I can like replicate it, or at least the stereotypical ones probably. Because like I don't know every British accent, because like that encompasses, you know, everyone in the UK and. So like that's like also like Scottish accent and stuff like that would be British accent.
Scottish
as well.
accents are good.
I love Scottish accents, but I can't do one.
Dara Dirk says, I mean, people say my accent is cool, but I legit think it's stupid.
Stupid. Stupid.
It's really funny too because I was just watching a Kid Icarus stream of Sackboy, and he was. I went ahead a little bit, a couple streams, just because I wanted to see a reaction to one particular level. But then I was listening to it, and he was like, "Yeah, Americans say shit weird, like instead of caramel, what he goes, what's caramel? And he like does like a over exaggerated American accent.
Caramel. Yeah, well, some people
Caramel.
actually say caramel. Some people actually say
Caramel.
that. Some people say caramel. I say caramel because it just kind of sounds better. It just rolls on my tongue. Alright, yeah, okay.
Here, see this one that Jared put in there. Oh god, you have to see it. I'm not gonna do it myself, but if I say it without saying it the way it should be said, it's gonna sound weird. I forgot that the chat doesn't fucking on PS5. It doesn't, you know, stay. Can you see the YouTube chat? Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, so you can see it there. I'd rather not say it out loud in an American accent. I'm trying to read it to you so that you can then say it in an.
But like, I mean, is it like a word or something?
No, it's like a phrase.
What is the phrase though? But say it like in an American accent first.
That's what I don't want to do because it's gonna sound silly. Oi, you barn pot! Stop speaking so loud, you little fuzz bucket.
Stop speaking so loud, you little fuzz bucket. Bucket, bucket, bucket.
Put the fuzz in the bucket.
Put the fuzz in the bucket.
Marcus asked, did British really say knackered for short? They say uminaka?
Uminackers. Bucket.
Dare says, I mean I'm in the southeast, so my accent is posh as hell.
Yeah.
And they said, not bad, for your reading of that. Your accent.
Bucket.
I mean, you should just hear her do her Crystal impression. It's so good. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying like you should listen to anything where Aaron does it.
If I could think of a line to say.
Christopher Poon says there's a hierarchy of sexy accents, and British is apparently at the top. I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Sexy accent. I mean, yeah, it could be.
I'm left with just one more thing to do, and that's to say thank you.
Yeah.
That's... Alright.
Does that mean I have the sexiest accent? Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
I like Mifa's accent in Breath of the Wild. She sounds so cute. And she looks super cute.
Oh yeah, go.
Oh, Retro Gamer Kitten's here. Hello, he says, hey, Miharu.
Hey.
Yay. Hey, Rob's in here. Hello.
Hey.
Why?
Why?
Zanai says, beautiful British, you've got there, Miharu. Yay. Marcus says, does it bother anyone that the dinos don't shake their hips and Reignited to get their guns?
Yeah, doot doot.
Dara says, what I will say the funniest thing you'll ever hear a British person say is, oi, where'd me island go?
Oi. What the fuck?
Delta says, Crystal's VA voiced Carmelita in Sly 2.
Yes, but, well, actually, that was Alicia Glidewell. So that's her VA in Star Fox Assault. In Star Fox Adventures, she was voiced by Estelle Ellis. Oh, come on.
The elephant didn't come. Oi! That's because it's rare, and I like to say wahey. It's in Banjo a lot too. It's in both games. Sharmark says, because their hips don't lie. Or British isn't that bad. I just don't like to do it too much. I get a little embarrassed. I'm not very good at it. That's come. I mean, I didn't want to put Aaron on the spot either with your Crystal impression.
Are you playing on a control? Well, yeah, I'm playing on a. Well, because I'm playing on PS.
PS5 keyboard.
I'm playing on PS. I'm playing on PS5, so I'm playing with the controller.
Just playing on the PS0.
Shit, man. Actually, which by the way, I forgot to ask, how's the frame rate? Does it look good?
Let me see. For some reason, my playback is not the highest quality, so let me look at it.
It's probably just low for now.
It looks good. No, I set it to 720. 60 frames, it's good.
Okay, 720, 60, good.
I've heard other people do it, and honestly yours is not bad. Oh, thank you. I think I'm better at like the Cockney accent because it's you can do it a little more quote unquote over exaggerated.
Yeah.
Trying to do
exaggerate pretty much any accent.
Trying to do like a British villain or something where it's not too like, why is your you know, like it's actually more
God.
Like, you know what I mean though, like I don't know how to really describe it, but like if you have like a more traditional, I guess, sounding British villain. I don't really know how to describe it. Like, who's got the more, I don't know, I guess clearer sound to their voice or something. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but like, it's hard to do. I'm trying to think of an example as the thing, and I can't. Surprisingly, I can't think of like a specific example right now. I don't know. Give me. Aaron, give me a British villain.
I don't know. Try to sound like you say British villain. I'm thinking, okay, anyone to Tim Curry voice.
I thought of Tim Curry. Have a lovely day.
Any animated character that Tim Curry voiced.
No, exactly. Someone I guess like that. Oh, fucking Ben Ravencroft.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Go with that.
Like I can't do
CGI Ben Ravencroft. Oh shit! I died.
CGI versus like Michael Caine. Michael Caine's got that kind of Cockney accent, so it stands out a little bit more, and it's something that like I'd be quicker to have the ability to like mimic if I'm trying to do some sort of a British accent versus like anyone that Tim Curry has voiced or any other kind of British villain you hear. Oh shit! Fucking hello. Speaking of Sackboy, Vex. Even.
Oh yeah, Vex.
Like I can't do an impression like that.
He sounds like
Nurgle. The
Nurgle.
voice of the accent. But the accent's something that I wouldn't be able to do a good impression of, like the accent. But for like Michael Caine or something, I can do it a little bit. Sweet chance. Oh yeah, that good old role that he had. I don't know what movie that comes from. I forget what that comes from. I've never seen it.
All right, see ya, Daradurg. I best be heading off.
Into this tree. The Real Bucky says Joanna Dark has a boss accent.
Okay, here we go.
Christopher Boone says, I dare you to do the where's my super suit in a British accent. You want to try that?
Where's my super suit? That sounds like Australian. Like, that sounds like a really bad Australian. I don't know what the hell is that.
Where's my super suit?
Oi, where's my super suit? Oh, no fucking that. Oi, 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 oi. Okay.
They did that.
Okay, I actually need to pay attention to this, because I don't like this one. Oh god. No, I died. Okay.
Rob says, I missed one from Rob, I saw it, but I didn't read it. This last year has been really tough. Really appreciate all the Spyro creators allowing me and other Mega fans to have this outlet.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone, so excited for Spyro 4. Yay.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. Fucking anybody from Harry Potter. Oh my god. Because he goes, what about Alan Rickman? Oh my god.
Well, yeah, anybody from Harry Potter, I guess. I suppose.
But,
That's the
we also
easy
like
one. We're trying to think of like ones that are not like so like apparent, I guess.
I just kind of wanted any example. I mean, I suppose Voldemort could count.
That was a mighty fine swim.
That was so weird. I got shot just as I reached the egg.
Oh god. Or Ronald Weasley. Oh, no, trust me. The last time Aaron and I ran through all the Harry Potter movies, we were watching them all.
Yeah.
Every time Snape came on, we were making them say ridiculous shit. We were doing
Yeah, I
impressions of
know.
him.
I forgot what we made him say, but it was really funny.
The sheriff promised
It's just
me
really funny shit. He's like, I don't know, what the fuck are you two doing out
It
here?
was just like a bunch of like really out of context stuff.
If you just calm down for a second, well, good luck to you.
Zanai says, Sly 5's in very long hiatus, I guess. Victor Souls here, what's up? A very iconic British villain I remember is Cruella de Vil. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
I don't think I've really... if I have... Okay, well, I believe I might have watched 101 Dalmatians all the way through, but probably
Come on,
more so
how
as
did
a
I not
kid,
get
because
you?
I don't remember it now. Like at all. Cruella de Vil used to kind of freak me out as a kid.
She is creepy. I guess that's her whole purpose.
Yeah. Dara says, keep working on those accents, I'll be back to check on them.
Keep working on those accents. Just keep doing it. Someday.
Well, they also say that if you go and move to somewhere like that and you just start
Fuck, man.
listening to how people talk there and you get into how everyone does their thing, you can even start to pick up that accent for yourself. It's like how Ross and other people lose their, and Chris and them start to lose their accents when they stay here in America. Because when Ross first came to the U.S., there was some interview thing he did back when he was in Australia, I think, and he just had the thickest Australian accent.
Right.
And Ross O'Donovan from Rubber Ninja or Game Grumps.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
then you,
He's
else
like
you
he's still
don't
got a
know.
little of it.
Yeah.
It comes out every once in a while.
On certain words too.
Oh shit, dude. Oh shit, dude. Oh fuck, man.
Oh shit, dude. Oh fuck, man.
Oh, I actually did it with one bit of health left.
Oh god. Same thing with Oni and G.
I reckon someone must have put them up to it.
So I want to hear his like actual accent, like full thick accent. Jonas is here. What's up?
Oh crap! I don't have Sparx. Damn it.
I say Jonas is here, and the first thing you say is, "Oh crap." Must have been an extra thick British accent too. John, John, what are your thoughts on every episode from the Owl House? Well, if either of us have seen every episode, You have to give thoughts on every single one.
My
in a
thoughts
row.
on every episode, I can't really say that.
Well,
What the fuck?
I have
No,
not
I don't.
watched
I
The
have to
Owl
do it
House.
again. I have to do it again just to fucking.
Why? Wait, why?
Oh my god! Because I wanted to. Wait. Okay, that was weird. I don't know. It was super weird. I went to, because I left because I wanted to get Sparx back. There.
The sheriff promised me.
Sounded like you were doing the Isle Delfino from Mario Sunshine.
I don't know how I would know what that is.
Me neither. That's when I was confused. Mario Sunshine's fun. John says it's a good show, very funny. And the story is very well thought out.
Yeah, I like it. It's a really good show.
I have not seen it. Mario 64 is better. Fight me, Jonas. The side of the street. I will tell you all the reasons, literally, why Sunshine is infinitely better than 64. Someone remade bits of Isle Delfino, in like Blender or Maya or something, and it looks like super fucking good, because it's like really detailed, and I'm like, well, if a Mario remaster looked like this is what I was kind of expecting 3D All-Stars to be, but instead they're just fucking emulated ports. Give me one reason? I can give you several! The music's better, the characters look better, it's on a superior running console. That's kind of a low blow, but I don't care. It's like saying fucking like anything from Crash that's after Naughty Dog's better than the originals, just by quality. But as I said, music, characters, controls are better, the camera's actually free roaming and it feels really good to control. The challenges are more fun, the characters are less annoying. There's less annoying enemies as well. There are still some enemies that are annoying, but not nearly as much as some of the ones I can think of from 64. It's more memorable.
I think it must have been the runt of the litter, though.
There's like 8 or so reasons right there. Did you see King? T Sonic, what's up? Did you see King K's video on 3D All Stars? No.
King K.
I haven't been watching many 3D All Stars videos because I don't really much care for that collection.
Oof.
Oof. That is the only thing that fucking 64 gave us that was really funny.
Well, what about So Long Gay Bowser?
Yeah, I mean, that's funny. I just don't use it very much.
Oh my
I
god.
like when you use it as a I like when you use that as a verb, because you said that in one of your videos. Like, oh, you So Long Gay Bowser him, and I'm like, that's really funny.
I've always been doing that. We have someone else in here. Jim says, Spyro fan, hello. Welcome to the stream.
Yay. Welcome to the stream. I'm Super Card Player 1995. Welcome to the stream. See, you need to watch the Joltoid games. They're really funny. And then their animations that they did are super funny. And they made a character as this little Indian boy named Super COD Player 1995. And he's trying to steal PewDiePie's... I don't know why it's PewDiePie specifically, but he tries to steal... I guess because games, but he tries to steal PewDiePie's subscribers.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna get anyone's subscribers, you probably want to steal his.
There's a video. It's Dalton. It's Dalton and Emmy, who are the two that run those channels. But Dalton does the voices for some of those characters, and he's always like, the voice is really funny. But he did a whole video as Super COD player, a little animation. He's just like, Beauty Pie has stolen my subscribers.
What the hell?
It's really funny. Here's my reason, the memes, that no... Reasons, the memes, Gay Bowser, Yoshi... What? Hold on, okay, wait.
That's
This
just
is
what
why-
I said, isn't it?
No. Jonas's... One of his reasons for why Mario 64 is better is because Yoshi. Yoshi wasn't even playable in that game. All you found was some globby ass fucking
green
barely
ass.
textured Yoshi as a reward for getting all the stars.
The
versus
Lost
Sunshine,
Luigi. I like the Lost Luigi.
where you get to fucking play as Yoshi. And ride Yoshi in Sunshine, and he's multiple colors. He's got multiple different functions with his juice that you could spit out of his mouth, because he works like flood in that game.
I'm gonna get to the super bonus round the intended way.
Do it, Super Mario Logan. So what about Super Mario Logan? He likes all the Mario games. How far back do you roll with Super Mario Logan? Because I remember watching his videos back in, like, I think 2008 or 9, back when he was a little kid. He was like, we were both roughly the same age. I was like about 14 or so I'm probably like, I think he's about either the same age as me or he's like a year older or two. But yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I found him when he was a kid, and his videos were really entertaining.
I have the retro skin on, guys, by the way.
Yeah, somebody commented on that when you first started the stream. They were like, ooh, that retro Spyro skin though.
Yeah.
Ooh, those blocky eyebrows though.
Hey, you finally
Ooh,
made
those
it,
blocky
Spyro.
eyebrows.
Hunter was a little worried about
the
you when you
blocky
went off to
eyebrows.
fight the sorceress, but I always knew you'd beat her. This place is where the sorceress
Yes, the
kept
lost
all her
Luigi.
treasure. But after she
Yeah,
was
okay,
defeated, a
cool.
bunch of
So one of the
thieves came and
fucking
stole it.
long-running memes
You
and
can catch the
long-running
thieves. You're more
rumors
than welcome to
finally
keep
did
the
come
treasure.
true, like last year, because of that
By the
big
way, Hunter is around
Nintendo
here somewhere.
leak that happened.
He's been tinkering with one of his new toys all day, and he wants to show
Who
it off.
cares? I don't
You
care.
should go see him. I hope the rest of the dragons will come back.
As Anai
here
says, I
someday.
love I love Delfino scenery in Mario Sunshine. Yes, me too. This is more competitive and challenging to play. It's challenging because the controls suck. Half the time you want to run as Mario and then you kind of have to walk first. He feels very not fun to control. Feels slow. How's it
Slow and
competitive?
sluggish.
That's what I want to know. I want to know how's it competitive, because I mean all Mario games are one player. Of the mainline 3D games, they're all single player. The only multiplayer quote-unquote thing you can get is like Mario Galaxy 2. You can player 2 is a Luma. Mario Odyssey player 2 is Cappy.
Oh, Luma.
Boy, the controls are easy.
Oh God, what the?
I didn't say they were hard to get a hold of.
What's wrong with this
They just
guy?
feel really clunky and gross. And
This
not
guy's just running around in
delicious.
a circle. He's not even.
No, I know 3D World is multiplayer, but I mean the mainline games. There's only a few in the main, like, core Mario series of platformers. When it comes to 3D, you just really have Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy 1, 2, and Odyssey for the most part. Some people try to kind of group in 3D World, but, like, it's mainly just a sequel to 3D Land, and that was just a freaking handheld spinoff. Is it actually mainline? I mean, if it is, then it could, then fine. But like, I thought it. I was always under the assumption it wasn't, because of like why it exists in the first place. It isn't so much as like it's not connected to any one other mainline. Then again, so I mean, Mario Sunshine isn't connected to fucking 64, and Galaxy isn't connected to Sunshine, but you know what I mean. Then that one would be the exception, of course. But most other ones where it's just Mario, because that one also has like an isometric camera angle, so that's why it's like it's built a little bit differently than the other Mario games, the other 3D games. So that's why I tend to not count it. Its gameplay is a bit different than the other Mario games. Also, because every other 3D mainline Mario game doesn't have like the flagpole at the end. Like that is one other distinct gameplay style. The 3D World was trying to capture that classic feel, like 3D Land, and the new Super Mario Brothers games.
Okay.
I mean, sure, it was considered the best-selling game because it was Mario, according to Nintendo Power. Also, when you say it's the first 3D game, I hope to God you mean it's the first 3D Mario game, because that was not the first 3D game to ever be made. A 3D platformer, that would go to Jumping Flash first. And then Crash, actually, because Mario 64 came out, I think, a month and a half or something after Crash. But because it's Mario and everyone already knew Mario, he was already established.
Really worried about you when you went off.
Why do you think it pisses me off when people say that Mario 64 is better than Crash 1? Well, I'm not gonna go down that route.
Great.
From this point onward, anybody who literally tries to continue that argument in the chat with me, I'm just gonna flat out ignore it. Oh, Roy too, what's up? Roy! I forgot to use cheats on my recent playthrough of this game. I forgot to use cheats. I did legitimately, I didn't mean to. Oh no. Did we start a thing in the chat? Because Matt's here and he says, Mario 64 sucks, I don't care what anyone says. And Zen Ice immediately follows up with, Mario 64 was great and fun. I mean, it's great to have differing opinions. I just don't want anyone to go to war over this shit, especially because this isn't like one of my streams. Did Nintendo steal assets from a different company to make money? I don't fucking know. They shared assets between different 3D games they were making at around that time. Like that plaque that everyone kept saying thinking L was real was set on it, was both in Ocarina or Majora's Mask, one of the two, as well as Mario 64. I don't know if they ripped that off of anyone though, or stole a texture from somewhere. Right. Well, yeah, Mario in general isn't bad, Matt. If it's not your thing, that's fine. It's not Erin's thing either, but she's not gonna come out and say, Mario sucks! Do it, Erin, say it.
Mario fucks. Fucks?
Fucks? Well,
I don't know.
That's been
Does
proven.
he?
Nope. Did the rumor come out? No, the most he gets is a fucking peck on the nose. I don't think Mario came first. I'm pretty sure Crash 1 released first. I mean, I could be wrong. I'll double check that. No, because fucking Crash came out in September and Mario came out in October of 1996. Let me see.
All right.
Let me see this shit.
Here we go, guys. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this.
World's fastest turbo snowboard course.
Is it the Yeti race?
The
Yep.
local champions are the Sasquatch 6,
dang.
gang of Yetis on souped-up snow discs. I bet that you could outrace the lot of them. So, ready to race?
All right.
Right
I'm gonna
on.
see
Just don't lose.
if my technique actually works. Dang it.
Oh, it was June.
I messed up the technique, so it didn't work. I'm gonna start over.
Oh no. Okay, wait. Well, was it June in Japan or was it June in the U.S.? Because I'm talking U.S. People in the U.S. like to compare these two.
Right on!
Okay, September 29th was the North American release. So I'm pretty sure it was just before Crash.
It didn't fill up the way I wanted it to. Whoa. I guess it didn't see my flips as successful enough. 1, 2, 3.
Aha, September 9th, I knew it. Okay, not exactly a month, just a couple weeks. So almost a month. But Crash came out in the US first, and then Mario 64 came to the US like 20 days later, so almost 3 weeks later. So Crash still had a way to go before people really knew even the game's released the same month here. But people already knew of the game for Mario in Japan, because it came out in June in Japan.
1, 2, 3. No! How? How did that? How? Why did the camera do that? Dang it! Ah, thank you, camera. You messed everything up.
Zenice, the only thing I'll say about Skylanders is now would be the best time to get into the series, as opposed to when it was first booming.
So,
yeah, now would be the best time to start getting into those games because you'll find the toys at a very, very, very low price.
3, 4. There, I did it.
You got the full thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how exactly... Here, I'm gonna look at this playback real quick because it's delayed from how I'm watching it. Let me see just how you have to...
You have to land it successfully. Like, that's the problem. It's like, it's not just doing 4 flips. You have to land that successfully, too.
It has to be a clean landing, because one time I saw you got 4...
Yeah,
and
then if you don't land it correctly, then it won't work.
Yeah. So you need a clean landing, and you have to do basically a quadruple front flip.
Yes. The 4 flip technique.
The 4 flip. Oh, that sounds really nice.
Okay, and then
Why the F do you have to beat all of them?
And then try not to do any more flips unless absolutely necessary. Because, yeah. And actually, like I was saying the last time, because when I tried to do the flips again off this specific ramp right here, and it didn't work. There we go. See, yeah. Anytime I try to go off that ramp a second time, it never works. Something always happens. Either the camera messes up, or like it just does something that you don't want it to do.
Laura the Dragon is here, who is Just Shooter's alt account.
Yes.
So yay. Like I was saying earlier, though, yeah, for Zen Ice, now would be a better time than back when it was booming to get into Skylanders, because you'll find
There.
things at a more fair price.
Wait, what? How did I got first?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Excuse me? Run that back. What just happened?
I'm looking at it. What's it telling you? 2 out of 3.
It said I
first
didn't
place.
win.
What? Because what? What? A Yeti blipped into. He blipped in front of you.
No.
Okay.
That's not fair. Oh my god. I can't believe I had it.
What? He literally popped it in front of you right as you did, like right as you were hitting the finish line. He popped in at the finish line. Oh my god.
That is just not fair.
That's broken.
God, it won't even let me do my technique.
Oh, you fucking almost... And how long did that take? Like, not even 5 minutes? Like, maybe 4 minutes? Was this your first attempt?
Well, no, I had to restart a couple times.
Oh. That was
bullshit.
Jim's is here, what's up? I'm doing very well and currently having morning tea at work. Nice. Speaking of, I'm getting something crash in March. Okay, Matt. Go be special. Is it like a fucking Crash of the Titans, like, promotional, statuette or some shit? Because those are super rare. Is it a Crash 1 prototype disc? Signed by Jason Rubin and Andy Gavin? I've seen those like a dev kit.
Oh, come
thing.
on! Ugh! Always with that ramp. Always. If I try to do that ramp, on either the second or third lap, it will mess me up. It will actually mess me up. It's like that ramp specifically is broken on, like, any other lap. Oh my god, the Yeti's gonna blip again, isn't he? I know he's gonna do it.
Miguel, hello. Hopefully not. But do keep a thing with you. Yeah, keep a missile with you. It's a statue, all I'll say. Well, is it a Twinsanity or tag team racing statue? It can't be anything like anything new, so I mean, because I would know about it, and everyone would know about it. It's probably some ultra rare thingy that you found.
There we go.
Noah asks, if they were to remake Legend of Spyro, what would you like to see?
A better game.
God, you could have had this done already like 2 minutes ago. That was
Yeah.
so bullshit. People were saying that the Yeti snuck up on you. He didn't sneak up on her. He literally glitched and blipped right in front of her.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
At the last possible second. What kind of fucking shit is that? That's a joke you make when you're trying to do something like that. It's not something that actually happens. Like, how fucking unfair is that? Oh, it would be funny if, like, a fucking Yeti came in, got right in front of me at the last possible second. It's like, no. That's
That
supposed
can't
to actually
possibly happen.
The first game is way too hard. Well, you haven't played it enough then.
First game's the easiest of all three.
Play Insane.
Play this
it
crap.
dumbed it down for you. Play Insane. It dumbed it down for you.
Wait, are you talking about Crash?
Crash.
I thought you were talking about Spyro.
No. Jonas was saying that Crash is to him because the first game is really hard. So I
Well,
said, well,
yeah.
either you haven't played OG Crash 1 enough to get used to it, or just play Insane. They dumbed it down for you. It's not as hard.
Well, for someone who hasn't... What if someone hasn't played Crash, though? If someone didn't grow up playing Crash, though?
They could still play the first one and be like... Insane first one, and be like, okay. Because you have two options now. Back then, you didn't have... As far back as like 4 years ago, you didn't have that option. You only had one Crash 1 to play. So either you didn't play it enough to get used to it, because its learning curve is not that tough, or now you've got another option. You can play the easier version of Crash 1. Because they did enough to alleviate some of those things that people didn't like about the first game. The fact of how you save, how you collect gems, how the box count fucking works or doesn't, lack thereof, you know? PS1 Crash, then you haven't played it long enough to get used to it. Also, that tells me that you probably didn't play Crash 4 either, because Crash 4 is built off Crash 1 in a lot of ways, and that's even harder than Crash 1. I would say Crash 4 is leagues harder than Crash 1, because it was actually built to be one of the more difficult Crash games. Crash 1 just kind of came out difficult. I think Crash 1 just kind of came out difficult because of their, because of its arcade origins.
Okay.
They wanted it to feel very arcade-like.
What the hell? It's pointing out here, so I didn't collect everything out here yet?
It's difficult if you're going for 100%. Again, I feel that's...
Oh no, I know where it's
pointing.
pointing.
Enough. What was happening? Oh, is it one of those things again? Sparx
no, there we go. I was going to the wrong door. An idiot. There we go.
Well, then don't break your PS1 or cry because you can't beat it, Jonas. I wish I knew someone or was someone. I don't wish I was someone. I wish I knew someone
I wish I
enough.
was somebody.
I do, but also I wish that knew someone who knows the OG first game enough, but from a more casual perspective, to be able to say these kinds of defenses against Crash 1. Because it's hard for me to talk like, oh, well, because I'm not trying to say, oh, it's not that hard, or it's not that, whatever. I'm trying to say from the most basic thing, you need to give it a chance, because it does have this learning curve, but they lay everything out for you. You just have to be able to see it and not rush. Crash 1 is not a game you can rush. And I know this because it's the first game I ever played. I grew up with it, so of course I'm just used to that difficulty.
There we go.
And yes, no, Jonas, I know too, yeah, what you're talking about. No, it's not, dude. Not from... Again, I say that because I grew up with it, but even still, taking away my history with the game, it's just something you have to play over and over to get used to. Again, I mean, same thing with Crash 4. People say, well, it's too hard. I mean, in certain aspects, I mean, yeah, it is. Like, more than Crash 1, but that shouldn't scare you away from playing it, because it's still a very fun game.
The rest is up to you. You've come this far, Spyro. I know you can beat her.
I would go as far as to say with Crash 1, whichever version, OG or Insane, I would say play it from beginning to end, and then challenge yourself to try and go back once you get to the end of the game, and start grabbing the collectibles. Crash 4, that's completely up to you. Play the base game first, do not try to go for a ton of collectibles at the same time. And then, if you want to go farther, that's just your choice, but I wouldn't recommend it. Or rather, suggest it. Because then things ramp up and it gets
God. I do not like how homing those missiles are. Oh, God. Oh, jeez, that is, like, so... That's like so precise. I mean, this fight, like, listen, this fight is an actual joke because like it has no, like, there is no strategy to it. But the only part which makes it any like bit remotely hard is like dodging like those like like the attacks because they are homing.
Yeah. Also, Delta, I hope that you're not... Yeah, no, I hope you're not implying I'm part of the get good crowd, because I'm not. That's not at all how I'm trying to defend Crash 1. When Jonas or anyone says it's too hard.
Even me, as a veteran Spyro player, I do not say get good to anyone. Mostly because I myself am not good. I just know how things work.
I played it recently on PS1. It's hard. Well, tell me this. How many times have you played it before? Is it your first time playing it? Because I don't know your history with Crash. If you've played like any arcade games or anything like that, then you should be expecting that going into the first Crash game. It's got a very similar structure. It's easy to get into, but if you're trying to get from level to level and be collecting gems on top of it, that's where the challenge comes in.
That's it, guys. That's 170%. The third time.
Yay!
Spyro 3.
Did you like that ending? Give me your thoughts.
I think that ending is very boring. I will say, me having done this 3 times now, I could say with complete confidence, it is not worth it. It's still not worth it.
Does it give you a different perspective or the same perspective of having to beat those challenges that you just do not like? Have you learned ins and outs of how to get around them a bit easier now? Or is it still just like, ah, fuck this one?
Specifically, I mean, the Yeti race, with how broken that crap is, like, obviously, you all see what can happen. Like, glitches like that can happen, and it can be horrible, and, like, I'm just like, what? You know, y'all saw what happened, and, stuff like that, like, I will never forgive the game for doing stuff like that. However, me knowing how to work around it, like the 4-flip thing, like, you saw that I can also do that. And I do know how to successfully do that technique and use it to my advantage. Because I did it almost successfully twice. It's just the first time it glitched out. But I would have had it.
James has to go back to work, so I'll see you later, bro. Thanks
Alright,
for stopping by.
But yeah, it's like, I can say that knowing how to do that Yeti race, it's not so bad, like, with that knowledge of, like, how to do it. Because, like, you saw, it didn't really take that long. And the only reason it did take long is because of those glitches and, like, because it's so broken. But with that technique, knowing how to do it, it's not that bad. It's some of the other challenges, like, everything that was in, my top 5, like the whack-a-mole, I still hate that. You see, I still have trouble with that. I still have trouble with the double dragons. I don't have as much trouble with the blue-footed booby race anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just some of those challenges, you know, like, oh, I just don't like doing them.
Well, I need to address Jonas again real quick. Okay, then. Oh, I don't know how to tackle this. Obviously, I'm not sounding mean when I say any of my defenses, like, against you specifically. But it's like, bruh, I've played it from kid to now. So have I. I've grown up on Crash 1. You can still find it hard, and that's fine. But to be like, it's so hard, it's much too hard, dude. It's like, well, then you need to play it more, bruh. To me, it's not hard. I don't know. And it's different for everyone, I know. But it's like, trying to argue against me of how it's like just this game that's so aggravating to 100% and do this and it's hard. It's like, well, it has a good learning curve. It's simple enough to just play. So if you're going for that specifically and you're not just doing it casually, I don't know what to say to you, man. What did you expect? Especially if you're in the Crash crowd and you already know this going into it, there's no defense for you. Like, you can't complain about it. Especially if you have that much history with the OG game.
How long have I been going, you think?
Let's see.
Almost 2 hours?
Probably. It doesn't have a specific timestamp here. Where can I see? Oh wait, just press the home button real quick.
That's right. Okay. I think, hold on, I'm gonna get out of this.
Also, Raven's here. Hello. And Vitrus in here. You should do a speed run. I mean, I'm not a speed runner. I can beat the game in a little over an hour.
Okay. Oh shit. There we go. Sorry.
Going for 100%, I could beat it in about 2, almost 3, because it takes longer to go back and do everything. But I've done it multiple times, bro. Like, the base game from Insanity Beach to Cortex takes me a little over an hour. Just a little. Speedrunners can take as fast as I've seen up to about 40 minutes, because they're speedrunners. I'm not that good. And that's not, see, when you try to bring speedrunning into, are you that good though? Get good, man, are you that good? Like, I'm not even, that's like nowhere near what my argument is. I just,
alright,
it's not about who can run through it the fastest, you know?
Okay, here we go. So, alright, first save slot done, second save slot done. Now I just need to do 100% on Spyro 2 on third save slot, and then I will have completed all 3 saves 112%.
Yay!
Which would be a huge accomplishment for me. Like, just looking at this, having done Spyro 3 117% 3 times. I haven't even done that on the original version. This is the only time. The Reignited version is the only time that I've ever completed it. So I will need to try my technique on the original Spyro 3 and see if it works.
Yeah. Raven, chill. Why are you all capsing, bro? Why did you leave Spyro 2? It's my favorite. Well, fine, but like, this is just a save Erin was just doing on her own.
Yeah.
For
plus,
a stream.
I know. I was just, these are like all things that I started on my own. Like, this was my very first, and then
I know he's just being silly, but it's like, why are you all capsing about it?
But, like, I know, but the thing is, I had to start over with, like, this one. I had to completely wipe that. Like, I've done Spyro 2 100%, like, over and over and over again.
To put this into perspective, I haven't even done what you're doing right now, so you've got that over me.
So, we're starting Spyro 2 now?
Yeah. Are you gonna do... how much time do you have today? I was gonna say, are you gonna do the whole Spyro 2 today?
No, I can't do that.
We should try that on stream sometime.
I have about, like, an hour left, probably.
Okay.
Because, like, once it hits 5 o'clock, my dad's probably gonna come down here and start making dinner, and then, like, it's gonna be loud, and, yeah.
Okay. That gives you about enough time to go into, like, I don't know. How far can that get you? Let's see. If you're just gonna... Well, I mean, are you gonna do, like, the base game and then clean up, or are you gonna try and do as much per level as you can?
I'm just gonna do as much per level as I can.
Okay. So that could probably get you to, like, maybe Crush, or, just into,
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto more angry.
Calm down, Hunter.
See a tray.
Stop fidgeting.
Up to Zephyr.
You saw the professor.
Well, if she starts with Zephyr, or if you... It depends on what you want to start with, too.
I really don't want to go up to Zephyr. Oh, God.
Victor says, I want to see someone do a long speedrun of all 3 games, one after another, and fully completing. You know what? I really want to do that. We should do that for something. Like some kind of extraordinary Spyro event. Ooh, we should do that. Oh lord, we should do that as like a 12-hour stream to celebrate the next Spyro game whenever it's actually shown to us, when it gets revealed. Would you be down to join every so often, like blip in and out for that? Because I know you probably want to stay for the full thing.
Yeah. I would do a 12-hour stream myself if I could actually stream for that long, but I cannot. I cannot stare at a screen for that long without taking breaks. I guess I would take breaks, but I also can't have these headphones for that long either, because that'll start hurting my ears. I couldn't do it.
Miguel says, what would you say if Spyro 4 came today? I mean, that would be amazing.
I'd be like, what? Huh? Huh?
Yeah. We'd be losing our minds.
Crush, kill it, kill it!
That wasn't Boy, that was Skinny Mini.
You imbecile! You
Meow.
ate my scepter!
The cats are meowing. Meow? Yow?
I'll deal
Meow.
with you
Meow.
later!
Meow.
Who was that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to
My mom says hi.
It'll help you begin to understand
Hello.
the worlds. Right now,
She says hi, Mom.
follow Ripto and see what he's up to.
I have my headphones on so you guys can't hear each other.
Hello.
You can hear her, but she can't hear you.
Wait a minute.
I'm a boy.
How do we get
Oh,
ourselves into these
something you
messes?
want to tell me, Aaron? Miguel
I'm
says,
a
would you
boy,
play Zero?
and I like playing with my dog.
Out of context, I'm a boy and I like playing with my toy. Makes it sound like you like to play with yourself.
Yeah, well, you know.
Miguel says, would you play Zero Myths Awaken?
Yeah, I suppose I could. Oh, geez, I forgot that I actually have my Super Flame on, so that makes things a lot easier.
You're gonna cheat? Is this New
Yeah.
Game Plus?
Yeah, New Game Plus, I guess.
Fuck it. Makes Gulp
It's fine. I've done this so many times legitimately that it's just... Actually, I've probably done it more times by cheating, but it's so hard doing
If
it
I did it-
legitimately.
Jonas, if I did a 24-hour stream with no breaks, I'd die.
Yeah,
Well, we need to take a small break to at least fucking eat, or to like,
yeah,
you know, go to the bathroom.
right. Even like doing a 12-hour stream, like obviously I don't expect anyone to like sit there for like 12 hours. That's crazy. Some people I'm
I
sure
would just
do,
think
but
some people would.
I
but-
wouldn't.
Well, because whenever like when I did that one for Halloween, I expected just people to come in waves. Like some people come, leave, and that kind of happened. But because it was Halloween, people wanted to do stuff on their own as well, so I just didn't get a
Yeah.
whole lot of people that time. Zanai says, I absolutely love Alora's voice in the remake. Cassandra Lee Morris makes her sound really cute. Uh-oh.
Hi, Spyro.
Oh no.
Oh no. I heard that.
And something told me like, I should probably set the PS5 up in my room, and I definitely should have done that.
Yeah.
Title of video, I play Spyro for 24 hours, gone wrong. How? Because I pissed myself on camera and I forgot to go to the bathroom? It's not cheating if the game lets you do it. Exactly.
Gone wrong.
Kitty. Kitty. For some reason I wanted to say Kittia, and I was like, that's not right. It's Kitty.
Katia. It's Katia.
Well,
Katia.
dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a small fee to open the bridge.
A
It'll
small
cost
Katia Gardner.
fee.
Thank you, Mr. Dragon.
Katia.
Spyro, was
A
it?
small
You can now
fee.
use the bridge whenever you want.
Would
free
you
of
like to
charge.
fuck me for a small fee? Spyro goes, what?
No, I really don't.
So I was like, nah, dude. It's fine, bro.
You may. What was that one thing you said? You may plunge it up my anus, but first pay up.
It was something like that, yeah.
Shit's funny.
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizards. Please take this talisman of glimmer as a sign of our gratitude.
Sorry, Spyro. I'd love for you to plunge it up my butt. But first, you must pay a small fee.
See, I like how that was funny. I like how that gem cutter right there said Summer Forest. He was like, it'll take you to Summer Forest.
He said it'll take you to Summer Forest.
And meanwhile, Alora says Summer Forest.
Both times.
This is Summer Forest. No, it's Summer Forest.
As opposed to Winter Forest.
No, Winter Forest, exactly. Winter Forest sounds cool. I want a forest, but like winter.
Wait, what, Aaron?
I want a forest, but like themed after winter. That sounds cool.
Eaten my entire crop of gems.
Winter Forest.
Tried hitting it.
That's just out there now for everyone to hear.
What?
You're burping all up a storm.
Oh, sorry.
Nice shooting. Follow me to the next lizard.
They do now. Ray! What's up, Ray? For Insane Trilogy and Reignited Trilogy, do you prefer both keeping the 3 games separated, or would you like them to pull Lego Star Wars on the game? In what way?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Because they are part of the pack. Yeah, what do you mean? Wait, in what way? Because don't get me wrong, I've played Lego Star Wars. They combine multiple movies into one game. It's kind of the same thing. I don't understand. Where you're coming from with that?
Like with a hub. Oh, I see.
Oh, nah.
That might be a little weird.
If anything, I would have liked it if they tried to recreate each game's menu.
Yeah, like have each one look like more unique. I would have liked that. And recreate the game overs.
Yes. Same for Crash, because these unified that Uka game over, and it's not even as good as the third games.
And I've seen it so many times. Whereas here, I haven't seen this game over screen once.
I have no idea what it looks like. What does it look like?
It's just Spyro on a black background looking sad.
Oh my god, that's... Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Well, okay, you know what else I wish they would do? See, because I feel like both Vivi and Toys for Bob went, okay, we're making a collection. This is a collection. It's a group. Therefore, we can just unify everything. We'll make it individual enough so each game looks and feels like each game. Other than that, everything else is unified. Like, all the fucking pause menus look the same in Spyro because it's just this very reignited, branded kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's not like they didn't try to make each pause menu look like the different games. For Crash, the game over screen is just Uka Uka in all 3 games, which makes no fucking sense. I don't know. That's why I was surprised when certain things like in Spyro, the gem sound is that simplistic sound effect in the first game, and then it's got the little twinkle in 2 and 3. I thought they were going to put the twinkle into 1, and I'm so glad they didn't, because that further individualizes Spyro 1 as it was back then. Against the other 2.
Gem sound. I remember when people were like, that doesn't sound like the gems I remember. It's like, that's because you probably haven't played the first game, you moron. Like...
Exactly. No, but I mean, it's kind of true. It's like, yeah, did you forget that the first game in both series were pretty different from the 2s and 3s?
Yeah.
Because that's when the definitive formula started to get created.
There we go.
Yeah, I want a Spyro game that breaks that formula even just a little bit. Even if it's still based off of the classic gameplay, I want the formula to be just a bit different to where it makes it a unique adventure like Crash 4. Crash 4 does take cues from a bunch of different games, but it's not the warp room styled level selection anymore, and you don't even collect crystals. This is the first game in a long time since like fucking Twinsanity, where you're still collecting classic collectibles from the series, but not even crystals. Not even that! There were crystals in Twinsanity. They just functioned a smidge differently. So this is like the first game, I think, since Crash 1. OG Crash 1. I don't count Insane. For it to be like, there's no crystals at all.
Yeah.
Just a reference by Tana. This would be the first game since Crash 1 to not even reference crystals. And because I'm not even gonna count Titans or Mind of a Mutant because those two just don't follow the classic formula that much. Anyway, there are no gems and no crystals whatsoever in those games, so those two don't really count. The Crash games of which that are formed to kind of run with the original trilogy and of that style and format, there are gems or there are crystals, but Crash 1 didn't have crystals at all, and neither does Crash 4. But for Spyro, yeah, if there was anything they could do that I would like to see, it'd be to make it like unique. It'd be to like go for a more Spyro 1 straightforward adventure without a whole lot of missions, or if there are missions, no fucking dumbass. Here, do whack-a-mole, or fucking here's a
do the whack-a-mole
vehicle that sucks, or here's some stupid fucking vehicle or whatever.
What does
Like,
my
none
phone
of
keep
that
wanting me to
crap.
do the Samsung Pay? It's like, pay your shit. I'm like, I don't even have a Samsung Pay.
Oh no.
Oh, I know they're trying to. I mean, yeah, I understand, Ray, but it doesn't make any sense from the perspective of. I mean,
My name is Alora.
it already stopped making sense when you can play as Coco. I understand, but it's like
Some kind of goat?
that was just more of a feature. That wasn't like a unified thing.
Did you meet the gem?
Or unless it was, because you could play as Coco in 3, but even then, it was only to certain vehicle levels.
They gave you a talisman.
That's what I liked about Crash 4 too, is that they didn't
Special? I just stuck it in the
to
garden.
get its quote-unquote difficulty across, because you know what everyone says when they come to like something like Crash 3, oh, some of the more difficult levels? Yeah, the plane level, or the fucking, motorcycle levels. It's always something that has to do with vehicles.
Well, yeah, because
Or some,
vehicles suck in video games. They just do. It's like a proven fact.
Help us collect the talismans.
For a good majority, there's some I've come across that aren't that bad, but for a good majority, I mean, yeah, I
Well,
would
yeah.
agree.
I mean,
But Crash-
certain vehicle stages can be fun, but other ones, no.
You're going to have to go to
Or little
Avalor's
gimmicks where you're not exactly platforming or whatever, like on foot, but you're skating. Like I told you, Blade Mountain from Pac-Man World 2, you're skating down this, you're ice
Right.
skating down a hill. That's fun. It's super fun. It doesn't feel shitty at all.
track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with
But Crash 4 was built specifically to get the most out of their movesets. It had nothing to do with. That's why you barely had what two versions
about them later.
of vehicles, quote unquote. One was a vehicle, it was the jet board, and then you had Polar and the Schnurgle. So an animal mount. So mount and one vehicle was as far as they went in Crash 4. Everything else, and the whole level wasn't built around that. It was just certain segments. I want Spyro 4 to take that kind of approach. Get the most out of Spyro's moveset for the difficulty, not so much do this tedious task for me and then I'll give you what you want, what you're fucking collecting. Because it just, ugh. That's
Right.
even that, in the realm of any platformer ever, aka, like Banjo or fucking Ratchet or something, like, that's getting overused as well.
Well, I know, but that's just like how, that's just the formula and how they do it. It's like, because, the structure of, Spyro 1 was very unique, and it was just like, you know, just platform. And
I mean, yeah, and that's what I
about
like
it.
the most.
Yeah. But it's just like, I guess they felt like, you know, not only
This
because
is
of
the
variety,
homeworld
but more
called
like, well, this is
Summer
how
Forest.
every other game
There
is
are
doing it.
portals to many of the Avalar worlds around here.
And that's how it thrived back in like
Ripto
the
has taken over
early
the castle, and we need your help.
to like late 2000s, before platformers started to kind of cease a little bit. But now that they're coming back, I kind of don't want us to like dip back into that pool. If anything, that Crash 4 and all of them showed off It's that you can go a bit more modern and still keep the formula, keep the characters, keep the feel, keep the essence, but update it and do something a little bit different while still drawing inspiration from the classic formula or whatever, but not just straight up doing that again.
Yeah.
Case in point, like we're saying, if we want Spyro to come back with a new game, I don't want it to feel so much like this. Not that there's anything inherently wrong, but the more we see of it like this, the more it's like, okay, what am I going to expect from the next Spyro game? More bullshit vehicles, more stupid, have it just like bullshit fetch quests. It's like,
I don't want to.
Just give me something.
Well, okay, the thing is, sometimes I like fetch quests. I mean, like, when you consider the fact that my favorite challenges in 2 and 3 are the pencil fetch quest in Mystic Marsh, and then the bone fetch quest in Enchanted Towers. Like, things like that. Those are my favorites. Because they require exploration of the entire level, and I like to explore.
I mean, if we're getting into like specifics, I don't. For me, I like the Badlands bone. I don't like the one in Enchanted Towers, the bone challenge.
Why? It's fun.
It's confusing. That's like way too open. There's like no direct indication of where any of that is.
But I like how it's so open.
Hi, Spyro. You look like you're pretty
For me, in that specific instance, I don't really care for it.
See if you can get up this first step.
But you could fly everywhere.
And hold it down to get more hang time.
Well, sure, but then you forget where you've been, and then you just end up checking the same one like 3 times in like a 20-minute interval or space of time, and like that one for me is tedious. But then you have to check up and down like every single spire, and some spires don't have any bones at all, and then it's like, where the fuck am I going? But that's just me specifically. And I'm not saying that it's a general issue that no one should like that one. I'm just saying, like, I don't like it because of that. That's just my problems with it.
Jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget
bigger
to press
worlds
forward
and
on the left
innovation.
stick when you hover.
The formula heavily expanded on. Basically,
wow, you're a pretty good athlete.
Open world and filled with life. I mean, because if it... See, this is why I want to do a video on this, because I can explain it more. I was trying to do this with Aaron, like, I think last night or 2 nights ago, and I was just rambling. You're barely even paying attention as much anymore. You're probably not even now, but it's like...
You were rambling. It was the other night. You were rambling about something about, like, I think it was, like, the difficulty or something.
Well, that's kind of what I'm kind of revisiting that topic, but more so about what the next game how it should be formed, is what I'm getting at right now. And it kind of does retread those steps, where it's like, or retread rather, those steps, where it's like...
Sorry, Spyro.
Yeah, I don't want it to be as open world like Yooka-Laylee is, because that is like doing an open world game kind of wrong. It's just, it got too confusing, and it got, I mean, well... I was about to say something that probably get you pissed off. I was gonna say, that's kind of what the Enchanted Towers bone thing feels like. It's too open and you get lost easily.
That's just one mission, though. It's just one mission. Like, I'm not saying I want a whole game like that. That's just one mission that I happen to like because it's fun.
But, no.
That's actually a good idea for a video. My top 5 favorite missions.
Well, see, because actually Spyro's already dipped into this realm and had it kind of confusing. Again, maybe just for me. Maybe I'm the idiot, but like with Hero's Tale try to do interconnected worlds and make it a little bit more open in that sense, where you're not jumping through portals to visit levels. You're visiting these entire areas. I mean, because in hindsight, it's basically Spyro's Twinsanity, because even Twinsanity did that for Crash. Just interconnected worlds without having to jump through fucking portals and shit. But Hero's Tale was a little confusing as to where that's the one mainline Spyro game I haven't beaten yet. Of the 5 that are out post Skylanders or whatever, because it's not post hiatus, but I guess post Skylanders. Would be OG 1, 2, 3.
I can't wait to get to the crystal popcorn and say like, oh yeah, it's easy, and then like lose a bunch of times. Because you know that will happen. I'll be like, yeah, it's so easy in Reignited, and then like say how easy it is, and then just like immediately lose. That happens every time I'm confident in something. I'm like, yeah, I can do this, and then I just mess up.
Impossible Layer had a more focused game structure. But yeah, because it wasn't open world. It was a 2D game. They tried to take Yuka's 2D formula and do like a fucking DK country with it or something. There's Sackboy right now too. Big Adventure's got that same formula. But it's an isometric 3D platformer instead of a 2D side-scroller. It's more of Mario 3D World than a Yooka-Laylee. Also, too, because I was gonna mention Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild took a lot from Zelda's other formulas, but it more so took great inspiration from the first NES Zelda game. Because in that game, almost every dungeon is kind of open to you, but you have to figure out how to do certain secrets to access certain parts of those dungeons or whatever, and you also are going to come up against a lot of tough enemies. But if you can get through some of that, and you know, maybe you can't complete a dungeon yet that you find randomly because it's a little too hard, but the journey of just finding and getting there is what they wanted to really pinpoint with the first Zelda. And it's on a simpler scale because it was a much, much, much older game, but in a 3D sense where much more exploration is conveyed in a better sense, especially with players now, that's what Breath of the Wild serves to do, and that's what it excels at. The journey to get to a shrine, or to get to a tower, or to get to an area to go find a divine beast. Like, it's so good.
Want in Spyro, I want to have that feeling again of like, how the fuck do I do that thing? Like, I want to have that feeling again.
Yeah. And it's more so like, how can I get there and use my skill set, not how can I manipulate this dumbass difficult challenge to win it.
Yeah,
that
like
how
do I get
not fun.
Yeah, like how do I get to this like locked chest or key or dragon or something, whatever the collectible is.
Yeah.
Like, how do I find the thing that I'm looking for? How do I find the secret? I want a Spyro game to have that again. And for me to feel like I need to look at a guide. I can't do this.
Plus backtracking, says Ray. I mean, backtracking, yeah, can, in fact, in an open world game like that, backtracking would be fun. Especially when you can warp in that aspect. If I needed something from Zora's Domain that I couldn't do yet, but then I went back to some other fucking area in Breath of the Wild to go get a thing to do in Zora's Domain, then I could just warp back to Zora's Domain. And that stuff isn't so that way I'm not traveling and it's not taking that long. I mean, it's there to do exactly that, be a time saver, and that's fine.
I think if they have backtracking in like the next Spyro game, they should have it where like it's not just like, oh, get a move and then do a challenge or whatever, or like get a character and do a challenge. It's more like get an ability to like expand the level or like expand the world or something.
Yeah, or your ability to explore in the world.
Yes.
Because, again, drawing parallels to Zelda, that would be like, oh, I can take out these guardians or these other little mini guardian robots or whatever, but it takes a while with sort of some of these weapons I have. But then you go find, like, what's it called? The labs or something, like the tech lab or whatever, and then you find Robbie and he gives you some cool-ass shit that you have to pay for. And they give you like ancient fucking guardian weapons that dispatches them in like 5 hits. It's like, oh shit, okay, now that I know this is here because I found it by exploring, I can go back to that shrine that I was having trouble with. If they did, oh my god, I just realized, a Spyro game could do that. If a Spyro game had dropped portals in the world you had to find ways to unlock, that could lead you, going through those portals may not lead you to new levels, but it can lead you to challenges that still have to do with like your moveset.
Right.
I mean, okay, for you also, Aaron, think of like Immortals. So instead of the vaults, it would be like portals that take you to challenges akin to that, I suppose. But instead of it being some bullshit like an NPC goes, put the thing here for me and take this submarine. Like instead of that, just fucking.
Yeah.
Make it have to do with like your swim ability or some shit. I'll just say, put the thing in the bucket.
Oh, come on.
But like, Spyro's ability to swim, what
no.
you can do underwater, gives Spyro more to do underwater. You know what I mean? Like, build his moveset.
Exactly. Yeah. There we go.
Because they've tried that. It's not like this is foreign for Spyro. It's not like I'm trying to implement Crash aspects onto Spyro. That's not what it is at all. I want to see them do what they did with Crash. Not directly, not exactly, but I mean like what they did with Crash. In Crash 4 is they expanded the moveset. They built the worlds and the levels and level design, level structure, the difficulty in those levels to coincide with what you can do as Crash or Coco or Dingo Dial or Tawna or Cortex. Here, it would be, how do we get the most out of Spyro's design? How can we make him use his wings more? How can we make him use his horns more?
Yeah.
What can we do with how you flame and charge through enemies and chests? They can design new enemies or new chest types.
Yeah, some people were like saying, what if like there were upgradable like abilities or something, like he had like a super head bash.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool. Or not so much something you can upgrade, but something you have to earn somehow. Or things for your, or even, I mean, I'm not against temporary power-ups like the Mass in Crash 4. Something temporary for your horns to charge through like anything almost for like a limited amount of time, because that's a thing here in Spyro too. The breaths and the invincibility and all that. I mean, that's already a timed thing in Spyro.
Yeah.
But those are just used for very rudimentary things in these games. It's like, oh, you can't flame these, these are flame guys, and you have to freeze them, so here's a freeze breath for like 10 seconds. And that's fine, but think of what stuff you can do in the world with freeze breath.
Dang it.
Even in fucking Frozen Altars, they don't use it to its full advantage. You just freeze enemies. That's like about it.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
To see it.
I don't really get it.
Like, it's fine to do. I mean, it was still like the most fucking coolest thing ever when I was a kid to go, oh my god, his breath is now ice breath. That's fucking dope, but it still is. But when you think about that stuff in the long run, I'm not pointing these out as if they're flaws. I'm just saying they were cool when they were first shown off, but they weren't really fleshed out to the best of their ability. I guess Insomniac just didn't think that far ahead with it. But also, Naughty Dog didn't think that far ahead with Crash's abilities, but then Toys for Bob swooped in and built a whole game around the abilities. Just the base abilities. You don't get any powers besides the triple spin. So for Spyro, I can envision a game like that where it uses the best of Spyro's abilities and builds on that, give him new abilities, stuff that he's never been able to do with his horns or his wings before. I'm really targeting the horns and the wings because it's part of his design that I feel that
but like what would they do though?
I don't know. That's the whole thing of, that's what I was saying about my personal ideas, which they wouldn't do. I would do if I made a Spyro game, but like with his horns, I haven't thought a whole lot ahead about that. With his wings, I mean, if you want to bring elemental abilities back and do something like the way people kept speculating about Winter Guardian Spyro, give him some really cool ass looking, like I said, the crystal wings that Xander has in Reignited, or like the metal wings that Marco has. Give Spyro something like that, but build abilities around those and powers Spyro can use around those wing pickups or wing upgrades or whatever. I don't know what you'd be able to do. You could like guard with them, or deflect projectiles with them, or like slice stuff with them. I don't fucking know how you would be able to do that. I don't know, but I'm just spitballing ideas, you know. That's where the developers have to come up with their ideas. But I'm just saying, like, really go all out with the theming, because or the abilities, because no other dev for Spyro ever really has, and up till Crash 4, no dev for Crash ever really has.
Yeah.
Metal horns to charge through metal doors, or have beefed up wings to do more attacks like a wind gust, says Victor. Oh, fuck yeah, that would be awesome. Metal horns? That could look so cool.
That would look cool.
So if there's an elemental blockage, or blockade, you can get some kind of an elemental upgrade, like armor upgrade to like your horns or your wings to dispatch that kind of stuff. like crystal horns to destroy crystal, like, barriers or something. I don't know.
Destroy Crystal Glacier.
Crystal Glacier. Go back to Crystal Glacier and kill everyone. But also take that kind of Spyro 1 approach where you're not talking to a whole lot of guys. You're just going out and doing what you want to do and you're exploring. Because I find those games a bit more fun than having to... And I still like certain games that make you do tasks. I still like Jack 1. I still like Sly. No, even Sly is more straightforward. I like Ratchet. You don't talk to people a whole lot, but when you do, they still kind of want you to do something for them, kind of, sort of. Spyro is like one of the bigger quote-unquote offenders of it. Not to say it's a bad thing, but it is one of the ones that makes you do shit for people. But I think because I grew up with Crash 1, Spyro 1, Pac-Man World 1, those kinds of platformers are just super straightforward. It just has to do with, here's the level, beat it, you know?
Just beat it.
But then also open world games, when done like Breath of the Wild or like Immortals, it's like, okay, here's the world, do it, you know? You're not talking to a whole lot of people in Breath of the Wild or in Immortals, and when you do, it's just to hang out, or they give you hints. For Breath of the Wild, you talk to NPCs, they give you hints on, oh, there's a treasure over on Snake Pass or some bullshit, and it's like, okay, if I find Snake Pass on the map, I can go there, and I'll find treasure if I look around. But they don't say, do this thing for me and then come back and I'll reward you. Like, I don't like, in Zelda games, that shit's annoying. I can agree with Yooka-Raptor on that, with the sequelitis. My friend Chase doesn't agree because he loves Zelda like to death and he's just used to it. But I don't really care for it.
I don't know. I mean, I like what I played in Majora's Mask, but it literally is just anxiety the game.
Because you're always on a time limit.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, that's what, when people say, what are you looking forward to in a new Spyro game? Well then, sit down, Sonny, you got some time? Let me spin you a tale.
Spin you a tale.
Hello there, Spyro.
Sorry, this is
Great.
Aaron's stream,
Okay.
so you can answer questions. I can give you questions you can answer. I forgot, you know what? I've been talking so long, I forgot how we started on this conversation.
I don't know.
Ray says, the original Yooka-Laylee has levels that are too big for what they offer in terms of content, terrible boss designs, takes all the worst, outdated, rare and 64 3D platformers aspects, and forgettable in general. They just made everything too big, and they splayed everything out too much. To where it just becomes these big sandbox areas, but with just a lot of walking. There is such a way as to screw up an open world game, and I feel like Yooka-Laylee just kind of fell short on that fun factor. People were looking to Yooka-Laylee who were Banjo fans and Rare fans, seeing Yooka-Laylee as the next Banjo, because that's what they were. So Platonic was basically marketing them as.
Successor.
And for me, I was like, well, this, because they were saying this is the Rare revival of 3D platformers. I'm like, oh shit. This could lead to so many more platformer characters coming back. So that's why I was looking forward to it. But then when I actually started playing it, I'm like, oh my god, this is kind of weird. Like, where is everything?
Well, like, me having grown up with Banjo-Tooie, it felt super weird to me because I was like, why isn't anything like that? Like, it's like, why can't you learn from the good things you had in Tooie and, like, just apply it to this? Like, get rid of that stupid power meter. I hate that. Why would you need that?
Yeah.
And then, like, why can't there be a split-up thing where I could just play as the Laylee by herself? And why can't you do the little flutter by default?
Exactly. Yeah, because they made you buy a bunch of your abilities, and you never bought them in Banjo.
Where are the warp pads to get around easier? Like.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. If you had to make me play Banjo-Tooie without using the warp pads, I would probably kill myself.
Well, yeah, because they knew that it wouldn't work without that.
Charcoal's home, what's up?
It literally doesn't work without the warp pads, and they knew that.
It just says, hell, metal wings to really up your defense. Or maybe if Spyro had electric horns, when he charges, he can ram into something that needs a lot of power. Like they're not doing the environment. But also at the same time, now I also don't want this. At that point, Victor, that's starting to dip back into what 2 and 3 are already doing, which is just using the powers to fuel stuff or for a task, not to get around the world necessarily. Aaron's gonna soon come up to Hurricos, and Hurricos has you unlock supercharge. It's just to push buttons. There's no challenge factor to it.
And I don't like it. Yep.
Or hell, you're in Idle Springs. Supercharge is here too to knock little hula girls off pedestals.
Exactly.
That's all it's used for. And I don't want it to fall into that either. I want these to be extensions of Spyro's moveset, not a means to an end, a means to a task. You know what I mean? That's what they're already used for in these games.
Yeah, I don't want, like, just a task. I don't want a tisk and a task it.
just tisk. Anthony Sturgis says, I'm gonna say something controversial about Majora's Mask. The Stone Tower Temple wasn't that bad.
Well, I never made it there.
Yeah, we wouldn't know what you're talking about. Yeah, but I'm sure you said that to some Zelda fan, they'll probably be like, "Ooh, that makes me so angry." Sugar Boy says, Majora's Mask is basically a race against the clock. I mean, yeah.
That's what it is, yeah.
Alright, well, Ray says, I think Twinsanity does deserve to be remade with some of the cut content reinstated, but not all of it. Okay, Spyro, nah, it's not Twinsanity anymore, because Twinsanity wasn't even supposed to be Twinsanity. It was supposed to be Evolution. I would rather see Evolution be made as a spiritual successor to both the story of Mind Over Mutant and the content of what Twinsanity was supposed to be, versus just a Twinsanity remaster. Because that can't exactly work, in my opinion. If you remake Twinsanity as it is, it's still a game with a lot lacking. They can take out the glitches and whatnot, but it's still a game that lacks a lot of content, for the most part. It has a beginning, middle, and end. It has a story, but it's just a base game that isn't as... It was never really as revolutionary as it could have been for the Crash series, or for games in general, because Insane and Crash 4 are kind of upping the game in certain aspects. Like, Insane effectively started this, what I like to call remaster renaissance, and Crash 4 really showed how you can blend a classic platformer series with modern aspects and techniques and make some kind of a tough experience.
What kind of world would we live in if Spyro, Reignited came before Insane?
Reignited probably would have been handled a little bit worse than it was now. Because it was a gamble. It was the fucking largest gamble Activision ever did to bring Crash back. So Insane was a test, and you can completely tell. There's no toggle for
I'm glad music. They tested it on Crash.
I mean, it was still successful. It reminded people why they love the original games, and that's fine.
True, and it still ends up being more successful than Spyro.
Well, but we kind of have to thank Crash for them wanting to even return back to Spyro, or else they would have just made some other fucking rinky-dink Skylanders and kept Spyro in that exclusively, and not brought the brand back of Spyro the Dragon. Because people were immediately saying, like, even before, like, when Ensign was revealed, people were like, okay, now Spyro next. That fast. And then it happened. So it was the overwhelming demand that made them go, yeah, we should definitely try to plus with the Spyro situation, it's different because
Nice job,
Crash
Spyro.
died
You're pretty smart
for 6 years.
Yeah.
Spyro was in another series.
True, but also some people consider that a fate worse than death.
Sure, if the resurgence of what he came from didn't pan out right, then people are gonna go, oh what? So he was in some series that fucking barely even has him in it, just to be brought back, and that didn't even do well. So what the hell are you even doing with him then? Like, Reignited, they were banking on Reignited being successful, but obviously it was. Now, I can't fucking tell you why they haven't done anything with him since in the last 2 years. And Crash has had like at least 2 to 3 more things come out after that.
Crash will
you know?
always be more popular. They'll always be like, fanboys will always be like, yeah, more Crash Bandicoot, eh! And they're just like, Spyro, that's a baby's game.
I don't know a single person who says that.
I'm
Who said
sorry,
that
I
was
just,
a baby's game?
I feel like people have said that. Also, I'm pretty sure someone actually has said that before. I think I've heard
I mean, it's a
someone
more
say
chill game, but then again, Crash was made to be like, to have you plan out your stuff. I mean, in linearity, it kind of challenges you to be quick, to do
I mean,
this,
like,
think
have
on your
you seen...
feet, make these jumps.
like, you say, like, oh, I don't know anyone who says that, but, like, they have said, like, I have seen people say, like, I mean, the amount of disrespect that Spyro gets on Twitter sometimes, when it's just like, one gotta go. Spyro, obviously. It's like, people are always
that's why you never...
Exactly, but people are always choosing Spyro because they're just like, because it's not challenging, and he's less known, and he wasn't revolutionary. Like, shut up.
I mean, he was revolutionary. I mean, he kind of did Mario 64 better than Mario 64. Even, I would say, Spyro did Mario 64 better than Mario 64. The game I thought Mario 64 was going to be, I got in Spyro 1 and Banjo 1. Banjo 1 more so because it directly follows Mario 64's formula. Spyro does too, but to a lesser extent. Spyro has the hub world that you go to, you find the levels, go into the levels, beat the levels, come back to hub. And Banjo does too, but Banjo you can tell, especially because it was Nintendo exclusive at first, definitely followed Mario 64 in that same way. But Spyro for PlayStation, I feel, was the Mario 64. But in that revolutionary sense. In the sense that it was a really good game, and I fucking love it.
I can't do it that way.
But in the realm of PlayStation, Crash was really dominating the charts. So it just happens to be chalked up to the fact that Spyro is basically the Luigi to Crash's Mario. It's just unfortunate, but that's kind of how it is. But Spyro as a series itself is still so fucking good that you can definitely play and talk about Spyro without ever having to acknowledge Crash.
Right, exactly. Like, exactly, but people don't understand that because, like, they're just like...
They're dumb, fuck them.
Well, I know! But that's what I'm saying! Like, they're just like, oh, it wasn't revolutionary as Crash, and it didn't change anything in the gaming industry, and, like...
Also, it did because if it wasn't for Alex Hastings, other PS1 games would still be using the fucking fog. Alex Hastings of Insomniac single-handedly did the fucking model swap, low poly, off to the background shit that games still use nowadays. Thank you, Alex Hastings, and thank you, Insomniac.
Right.
And thank you, Spyro, for that shit.
Exactly, and people do talk about that. They talk about how good that is, and like how good a lot of people talk about how good the anti-piracy measures were in Spyro 3. But
yeah, Storm Dragon. Spyro was one of the faces of PS1 with Crash. Yes.
It's just like little things like that people don't like. I don't know, because like when it's little things, people don't like, you know, see it as anything because I was like, oh, it's just a little thing. Well, Crash Bandicoot, oh man, that changed the face of everything. Like that was just because like I guess because it came out the same year as Mario 64 and people like to compare them, so they're just like. Oh, Mario 64 and Crash Bandicoot, they changed Nintendo 64 and and PlayStation forever. Like they changed the face of gaming, and yeah, that's just what they say.
Also, yeah, Sega Herman says, don't forget gliding. Spyro was the first one to do gliding in this sense that just made it feel so freeing to do. They didn't feel the need to put some kind of stamina. Any other game would have done that. Spyro didn't do that. they knew what fun meant in the sense of here's a game where you play as a dragon, so they just fill out.
Oh my god.
Bless you.
Oh
they just fill
god.
out. It's happening. Oh wait, did you already? Oh, you did a long time ago. Damn it! I was gonna say you should have when you flamed the rocket.
Yeah, I know, but there was no way I was gonna do that anyway because I would have tried and I would have
jumped on the
failed.
rocket. Dragon 19954 says the thing is, if Spyro would have come out today as it is, it wouldn't have had the same popularity it had the year it originally came out. Maybe. I mean, it's really weird to think about it in that aspect. We live in a timeline where these games had already come out, and they did super well. Doesn't matter who did better than whoever else, sales-wise or popularity-wise, but they were both the face of a certain gaming for a while in a certain aspect. And now they're here again, and they're still doing just about as well. Maybe not as well as they used to, but still well enough where everyone knows them again.
Right.
To be able to bring out plus that's also weird to say because platformers wouldn't be the way they were now if it weren't for. Look at how many fucking platformer games that have nothing to do with Crash. The character still spins. Yooka-Laylee fucking does it, or the bricks, the crates you're breaking have question marks on them. Croc did that, but Crash started it. Look how many other levels or rather, sorry, games and shit have you glide and do shit like that. Spyro started that. A lot of platformers wouldn't be the way, or the mission stuff to talk to NPCs to start missions. If Ocarina and Spyro didn't do that, a lot of people, it would be different. It would be way different.
That's how it is. It's always like one PlayStation game and like one like Nintendo game that always started things.
I mean, because I mean, what do we have to do? Who do we have to thank for video games even existing right now? We have to thank Mario, because Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, effectively brought the gaming market back after the crash that Atari fucking ET set in motion.
Yeah, thanks
Super
ET,
Mario Brothers.
but also thank you Pong.
What did Pong do? What, for bringing us games in the first place the way they did? Yeah. Well, we have to thank a lot of people. We have to thank Magnavox for making the first video game console with the Odyssey. We have to thank Pong for being one of the first ones to be brought onto home stuff like that. We have to thank Mario for bringing us back from the video game market crash of '83. But you also have a lot on the technical side, which of course casual gamers don't think technical. They just think this. I like this character and I like this gameplay. It's fun. So yeah, they'll say Spyro's fun, but Crash, blah blah blah, or but so Mario.
Crash
but it's
is
like,
challenging. No. Yeah, whatever.
But Crash set a certain precedent. 3D games could be played. Mario 64 did set a precedent on how open a game could be. I'm not denying that. I don't think it's very fun, and it's especially dated nowadays. Spyro set a higher precedent on how technical things like the fog could be eliminated and only used sparingly, creatively, because they use it only in Misty Bog.
With how disappointingly mediocre Yooka-Laylee ended up being, I still am hoping for a Yooka-Laylee. Just take everything that you did wrong in the first game and like
and not do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crash was inspired by, I mean, to an extent it was, but it was more so inspired by DKC. The aspect of a character running around a certain plane was inspired by Sonic, which is why it was called Sonic's Ass Game. I mean, they could have easily have said DK's Ass Game, because the way the Crash 1 world map was they said themselves was directly inspired by DKC. And the 2D segments were inspired by DKC.
Yeah.
So well, Sonic just for the character...
Someone just said if Spyro was popular in Japan. Yeah. Well, that's thanks to the camera, so blah.
Yeah, Japan stuff gets weird sometimes, and when American devs have to try and adhere to that, it can get weird. It happened to work for Crash. Just the fact that they didn't change the gameplay, all they did was just make him look more like a marketable Japanese character, and it fucking worked. For Spyro, his little kid look is more wholesome, I don't know, Japanese look wasn't even too different. They didn't give him the Pac-Man eyes or anything. He looked really, really cute for Japanese stuff. It's just that they made his speed slower. They made him in an era where in this country that birthed Mario 64 and Zelda, how is Spyro faster than those games? Just 'cause you can charge? I don't understand how that can make kids get fucking like seizures and throw up or some shit. Motion sickness, not seizures.
Motion sickness.
I don't understand though. Like,
I don't know.
Mario can go kind of fast in 64 as well. There's times where you're sliding and you're going fast when you're doing the slide challenges and shit. But in changing the camera, the perspective, making Spyro's speed a lot slower, that damaged Spyro's reputation like immediately, to where the second game came out and just did okay and then didn't even bother translating over the third game.
And they never did. Not even a Reignited. It's still in English.
Aaron's like, I just want to hear Bianca in Japanese.
I do!
Only really impacted the U.S. But you know what I mean? I mean, look at us here in the U.S., Kitty. Like, I mean, yeah, the video game market crash only really impacted U.S. stuff. But look at how into the culture we are for video games, especially nowadays, versus when games were saved by Mario and all that shit. Yeah. Like,
remember, Americans play video games and
over here, it would be a lot different if Mario either didn't come out or just didn't do well. But that Nintendo, that kid, he was onto something. Yeah, the camera in Spyro 1 JP is awful. Well, Aaron played it.
Yeah, I played it.
I still want to play it. I want to get the actual disc because I have an NTSC JPS1. I have the Japanese Crash games besides Bash. I don't have Crash Bandicoot Carnival. I just want, but I want Spyro. I want Ripto the Dragon.
You won't find a talisman in Ocean Speedway.
I don't have Crash Carnival. I have
Crash
the other ones though.
Carnival.
I want it more so too, so that way I can just put it in the code so you can play as Fate Crash. That was so cool to me as a kid when I found that out. The only way,
with the freaking
Ironhide.
noises in this level? Holy crap!
Ironhide says the only way to get the camera angle to look like the one in the US for the Japanese version is to complete Spyro 1 120% and start a new file.
Yeah.
Which is so like, why? What kid's gonna do that and then know to go back in and go like, oh hey, the camera's different now.
The camera's different. Oh, we get to play it like the Americans. Great. Why can't we just play it like the Americans before?
Oh, no, yeah, no. I understand what you mean, Kitty. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it doesn't matter because it wasn't a global thing. Oh, no. That's not what I was, what I thought you meant at all. No. But in the US, I mean, we're heavily cultured, especially nowadays in games, because it's more accepted now.
Right.
Even back then in the 90s, you get those commercials of, like, the parents, you darn kids in your video games, like, but now even fucking 20, 30-somethings are... my mom loves playing Immortals. My grandma's got her DS and her tablet. It's not like the mainstream necessarily, but it's still like well within. Everyone in this household plays video games to some degree.
I guess now you think you're pretty good. Well, let's see if
but Spyro does need more love. Yeah, that's what Jonas just said earlier.
All right, Spyro.
I guess now you think you're pretty good.
In order to win the race, you must.
What was Queen Finny? They gave her some really good hips.
Let's see. You're good as the current champion. It's just freaking voices in the original.
I like her design in this game.
You can't replicate that shit.
I just want to know how the hell she could stand like that.
I don't know. She's a video game character.
Doesn't matter. I cannot freaking tell you why we only have Reignited in terms of Spyro the Dragon coming back versus Crash has what? Insane, Nitro Field, Crash 4, Crash on the Run's coming out. We've got new Wumple League shit happening.
It's because they always want to like tease Crash stuff, but then like I guess I don't know. I mean maybe it's because Spyro takes longer to make, and I get that.
I guess, but then you're also like over-starving all the fucking Spyro people who want to really exclusively see Spyro.
Exactly, like me.
When Reignited was being teased, we were still going nuts. We covered all the news still.
Right.
Every screenshot that came out or a piece of footage that came from like Gamescom or some other con somewhere.
I still go nuts over this game. I'm always finding stuff.
Yeah.
But oh shit, did I not get that? Oh crap.
Oh.
It's not. All right, Spyro.
Let me catch up on the playback. I don't see anything.
I touched it and it didn't count.
Uh-oh. She says, I guess now you're not pretty good.
I guess now you're not pretty good. I guess now you suck. Stupid. But
she kicks you for attention.
She kicks you. How does she kick?
I don't know. How'd she stand?
I don't know. It's easier for her to stand than kick.
She does capoeira. She'll just start breakdancing everywhere. She'll kick you, make you flip in the air like Eddie Gordo from Tekken. Sorry, what were you saying earlier?
I completely forgot what I was going to say. No, it's because, fucking, come on. When Spyro 4 comes out, the thing is, the thing about that is I'm going to be covering that for years. That's going to give me years worth of content.
I mean, sure, especially with how big they decided to go with the game. Because that's also, now I think that's probably the pressure they're feeling, whoever's doing the next Spyro game. There's no template. They can do whatever they want. Meaning they can make the game as big as they want.
There.
Is that what they're going to do? That's my question. Because how's the game going to play? What kind of game is it? Is it a more open game that's more interconnected, like Hero's Tale? Or is it still one of these types of OG games where you're still jumping through portals to go to levels? Or is it going to be truly open world like some Breath of the Wild shit, where you can go wherever and then do whatever? At that point, they can make a huge-ass world. Also, Gungus says, apparently I've been hearing they're rebooting Skylanders. Well, if it happens, like I said, that's a super tricky... I kind of hope that they don't do it only for the sake of the fact that it's going to be insanely risky. And I don't think Activision can or would want to try their hand at that, lest if the failure of it impacts them so hard, something might happen that can impact Crash and Spyro's either... Maybe it'll impact something for Crash and Spyro, maybe it won't. Also with like, well, not COD, because COD usually, I mean maybe, but also COD just fucking does its own thing. And it comes out yearly anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. But like, it's gonna be, in the realm of Skylanders, it's insanely risky to bring that back in today's time. Not just because the market already crashed once, for the most part, because of the fact of how just the sales were fucking going. But even for the whole go out to the store and buy these toys aspect, you can barely even do that right now because of the pandemic. So like, it just can't work the way it used to. And what are you gonna do? Make us all go on Toys for Bob's or whoever's site and buy them online? Good luck with that shit. Look at the PS5. Yeah. You can't expect something like Skylanders to have real sales off of real... The Toys to Life theme cannot work right now. It just can't. I mean, look at even how Amiibos are coming out now. Amiibos are coming out sparingly. Characters mainly right now in Smash Brothers. Other games that could potentially have Amiibos exclusively for them that's not even really happening anymore. Remember how there was like a bunch of like Zelda specific amiibos or Animal Crossing specific amiibos or Splatoon specific amiibos? They're not even doing that right now. They went back to just exclusively doing Smash Brothers branded amiibos for the newcomers, the DLC characters. So those you can buy online, sure, because they're only making like a few characters at a time. But if you were to reboot a 7th game and expect it to be like buy 25 more new toys to this latest rendition of the game, it's not gonna work. So you have to make millions of fucking toys based off of those 25 new characters. Plus the others have to still fucking work with that game as well, and it just make all the characters in-game, come across them in-game, unlock them in-game. Because I don't see it working the way it used to, with everything going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, also Ray. Yeah, it's not even gonna be. Yeah, Skylanders used to dominate Activision's whole IP thing for a while, just because it was one of the ones that. It was one of the only kid-friendly, you know, IPs that Toys for Bob were really pushing, or sorry, that Activision were really pushing at that point. But now we have Crash and Spyro, so they're the ones that they're pushing right now. So Ray says Skylanders, if they were to bring it back to the mainstream, it's only going to be. They'll probably be. That series will probably be third to Crash and Spyro, and that's definitely true.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell?
Oh yeah, that's right. Ray also says Nintendo managed to overcome that issue by printing amiibo cards. Because cards you can make in packs, and those you can just sell whenever. Because the card game is still the card realm, whatever you want to call it, where you can buy Yu-Gi-Oh packs, Pokemon packs. So yeah, cards can definitely work way better than toys. Because there's more demand for figurines and shit. And you got scalpers and all that crap. Phone?
Phone? Don't do it.
Phone? Boop. Nobody. Oh, cool. Of course. Nintendo could get away with selling amiibos beyond their gaming use, as a lot of the characters in the range have either had toys before or still haven't had any toys. I mean, yeah. I mean, the one thing about the Toys to Life era, I guess, of the early 2010s, or the early to mid 2010s, is that of all of them, Nintendo was the only one who thought it out in a clever way, because they didn't design games around the toys, they designed the toys around the games. Everyone else designed games around the toys. So that's where Nintendo's edge comes from, because they try to innovate a little bit on that concept, and not just make, here's a game where you have to buy the toys for it. It's like, if you want them to just have them on the shelf, cool. If you want them to do different things in our different games, you can do that too. Here's what they can do.
However you slice it. Did you say that again? I didn't even hear.
No.
Okay.
Oh no, unless Victor did I?
I just said that as a joke.
Oh, okay. I see he sits over there in the kitchen, commenting instead of sitting over here.
I
with
didn't.
me.
I was like, I don't think I heard you say that.
No, I didn't.
You were saying that like you said that so many times in your stream.
I didn't hear it.
I know you weren't aware because you said it subconsciously.
A couple times. However you slice it, Skylanders probably
just like any way you slice it, however you slice it. That's you kept saying that, and I was like, dude, stop saying that.
Thanks.
Hello, young one.
Safbreen5? I hope I'm saying that right. Says, I'm playing this with my dad at home. So cool. Awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Go in, stupid turtles. Go in.
Ray, your freaking ability to compare anything and use as an analogy anything to WWE astounds me. He's saying shit like, where is it? Where is it? Spyro in Japan was about as popular as Dr. Death Steve Williams in 1998 WWF. One blunder, and for Spyro, that would be Japan Spyro on his camera, and his potential mainstream career tanks on the spot.
My God.
Like, how do you do that? How do you take anything of any situations and then set them as an analogy to anything that you know from WWE or F? That's fucking crazy. It's like a skill. Because I don't know anything. I barely know. I used to watch. I never followed WWF or E religiously, but I used to watch it often with my grandpa, but just for the entertainment of it. I never really followed any of the freaking wrestlers.
SmackDown!
I played SmackDown versus Raw. Like,
who else has heard Kyle's Washington D.C. SmackDown story?
I think I remember that. Yeah. Didn't you clip that for I think Alpha Red or something?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my god, I gotta go back and listen to those again. Those are really funny.
Yeah, it's actually, if you could find that video that I clipped on Alpha Red and then
put in the chat.
And then put it in the chat.
Here we go. Of course, I got Alpha Red. That's not what I wanted.
Not Alpha Rad, Alpha Red.
This is your homework if you haven't done this yet. I'm gonna go into your channel first to see if you've done this. Okay, this is your homework after the stream. You're gonna go back on your channel, your main. You're gonna go back to the channels tab, and you're gonna put your alternate channels in your freaking channels tab.
Okay.
You gotta put Alpha Red in there and Vix Violet so people can find it. Because if you type in Alpha Red, it's gonna be really hard to find because other, like, 2 subscriber channels that have, like, 2 subs or whatever are also called Alpha Red, and then you get Alpha Rad primarily.
Right. Well, you typed in as 2 words, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had
like,
to put Alpha Red in Miharu.
Yeah.
I don't know, cause I guess I'm one that uses the people's channel tab sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I figured people weren't really looking at that anyway.
Oh, this one right here, the DC story.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The audio comes from Mario Maker 2 and Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
So this is from one of BGT's streams that I clipped. So it's not a video, it's just audio, so just listen to it. This is Kyle's DC story about SmackDown, and it's hilarious.
Give me a sec, I'm coming back into the stream. There you go. Did I say Seth Breen right? Oh, Colin's here, what's up?
Seth Breen.
Seth Breen? Oh, it's pronounced like Sapphire. Oh, Safrine? Because it's B-R-I-N-E. So that's where I'm getting a little weird in the... sometimes it's hard for me to pronounce stuff if it looks a little weird to me. Well, not weird, but like... it's spelled in this like stylistic way. Sometimes it's hard for me to pronounce it. Okay, but they say, I don't know if anyone else thinks this, but Amper the Electro sounds like Roger Craig Smith's version of Sonic. Does Amper happen to be the one? I mean, is he the one that you go and do the one challenge for?
I think so.
Because that is Roger Craig Smith. And it basically just is like a more nasally version of his Sonic voice.
So everyone, that
He's
link
also-
that Mark just posted, please click it and watch that video or listen to that. 'Cause it's funny.
Brian. Oh, so Seth Brian. Okay.
Seth Brian, yeah.
Okay. Like Hero Brian. That's a good. That's what I was thinking. I was like, is it Brian? Yeah, right here. What's this guy? What's this? The Gear Grinder Thieves. There we go. I was like, what are you fucking called again?
Gear Grinder Thieves.
But that's Emperor, right? That you talked to?
Let me see.
These
Yeah.
gear grinder thieves keep
Okay,
taking our lightning stones. If you can replace them all and
Yeah,
activate
I
our
immediately when I
generator,
heard him
I'd
in this
be
game, I was like,
very
oh, that's Roger
grateful.
Craig Smith. He's also the announcer for Dingo's commercials in Crash 4.
Huh.
By extension, he's also the announcer that just keeps going in the credits of Crash 4. Which is funny because at that point he starts to sound it's just straight up Sonic.
I'm just Sonic.
It's like, okay.
What are you, disabled? Whoa, Sonic! What the fuck, Sonic?
Oh, he's the Satyrs too? Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. God, I didn't know that.
So how tedious is this challenge?
How weirder is it because of the fact that they don't have the little alarm
Yeah.
sound? So you have no idea when they're coming, you just have to roam around.
Actually, you just have to run back and forth, literally.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you were doing the same kind of thing in the original, but at least you had that. Your goal is to put the little balls in the things, and then when you hear the alarm, you go, ah, crap, and then you have to. At this point, it's just trying to dispense them all before you even start.
Yeah, they appear even before you start doing that. They don't have the alarm, like, they don't have a... Like, they have a set time when they appear. You just go back and forth, like, you kill one guy, alright, the other guy's on the other side. And now they're dead.
Seth Brian says, I'm 100% sure that Slippy the Seal is voiced by Tara Strong.
Oh my god.
I mean, it could be. No. Aren't some of those characters voiced by Cassandra Lee Morris? I think it's Cassandra Lee Morris.
Yeah, I think so.
Because Tara Strong has even when she's doing a boy voice, even if it doesn't sound like Timmy Turner, it's still a very Tara Strong has one of those voices where it's like, even though she can do like a bunch of voices, and some of them, yeah, you might not know it's her, majority of them you know it's her.
Right.
She has like a go-to boy voice for the most part. She has like a go-to girly girl voice, or like tough girl voice, or
That's
like,
what, yeah,
emo
that's
girl
what I
voice.
have too. I always have my go-to voices.
Same thing with Debbie Dayberry, for example. Like, she's everywhere, but usually you can pick her out. Sometimes you can't, and it's amazing. But other times, if you fucking Coco or Jimmy Neutron or Zatch Bell or Fern from Charlotte's Web 2 or Draculaura or like anyone she fucking advertises usually. I think her name is Marlene. I think is her name in Life is for Family. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
Plus other kids that she voices on that show. Like, they're all her, and you can tell when it's her.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's the fun of it. I'm not saying that's bad, of course. I'm just saying, like, oh, well, I love when they have that, like, recognizable factor to their voice, where even though it's, like, this really good voice, you can at least still tell that it, like who it is. That recognizable factor is where you go, oh, it's so and so. They're in this. That's awesome. Colin says, also I found out Tara Strong's first role was from a Hello Kitty cartoon from the 80s. Seeing Hello Kitty with a mouth is trippy. Oh yeah, that's right. Ironhide says that Tara Strong was Hip and Hop from the Mario Brothers 3 cartoon. I forgot about that. I didn't know that.
That's right.
Because of the fact that she was probably like, what? Like in her... She's probably like a teenager when she did that.
We've been guarding this talisman from the gear grinders. Please, take it as
I mean, too, same thing too with Debbie Derryberry. One of her first, I think, live action roles, she was a stand-in, I think, for the kid in Free Willy. She tells that story every so often, which I did not know, and I was like, whoa, right. That's insane. You're right. Yeah, Debbie Derryberry and Tara Strong both voiced Coco at some point. Tara Strong was Coco in Skylanders Academy. Which I fucking love that accent. It's so good. Coco with an accent is good. Plus, Tara Strong's been in the same Crash game as Debbie Derryberry because she was some of the Brat Girls in Mind Over Mutant and in Titans. It's good when you see a lot of like Nicktoons voice actors and like just cartoon voice actors in general come together in certain things. Like we've had Clancy Brown as Cortex and a bunch of dragons in the OG Spyro 1. Tom Kenny has been in a couple Crash games, and he's Spyro. He was and now again is Spyro. Then you have Roger Bumpus, who's Squidward, who was a couple of the Slappies from Mind Over Mutant. So he and Tom Kenny were both in a Crash game together. Then Debbie Derryberry, who's Jimmy Neutron, was Coco. Still kind of is. I mean, still is. You know, Crash on the Run. And then you've got Jess Harnell, who's Wacko, and a bunch of other characters, who was Crash. The list goes on and on.
Okay, I'm gonna end off here.
Okay.
So...
You guys getting your stuff ready?
Yeah, my dad's gonna go get dinner and stuff like that. Also, he's talking very loudly on the phone. So, I'm gonna go, and oh my god, I think he... Did he just put the TV on? Oh god, yeah, it's gonna get real loud. So,
Surprise model looks different, Colin, because Aaron's got the retro skin on.
Yeah, I have the retro skin. I did that before. I did this. Alright, so, I think he just left. So yeah, thank you all for joining the stream. If you're new, consider subscribing for casual gaming, news, discussions about Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, and other mascot platformers. Join
stuff too.
My Discord. Maybe subscribe to Mark, I don't know. And follow me on Twitter and on my other social medias. And yep. And I will see you next time. Until then, this is Miharu, signing off.
Yay!